All right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Showdown Saturday, stop number 3 of the NPFL here at Douglas Lake on Memorial Weekend. Let me hear you folks get loud one time. Thank you, thank you. A big shout out to visitjeffersoncountytennessee.com. Those folks right there, a year in the planning, plus all the individuals here at the park and the ramp that got this upper level 95% done. They're going to pave this thing, and it's going to be a beautiful site for future fishing tournaments. We want to thank Lauren Hurdle, Director of Tourism, Lee Koza, Skylar Hamilton, Marissa King, and the entire staff here at the ramp, along with TWRA and TVA. Give them a round of applause, folks, for a fine job cleaning up this lake. Special thanks to Smoky Mountain Lakeside Resort, Alicia and Rhett. They were our host lodging for the week. Phenomenal atmosphere over there. If you ever get a chance, go eat some food over there at Cowboys. Great entertainment. They had a band last night. They're going to have a band tonight. And they got an ice cream truck over there, and who doesn't like ice cream? So go check them out. Local business is what it's all about. Support them, and we'll have a fine community. We also want to thank our support for this week, Yamaha, Basscat, and Power Pole. This next announcement, as far as it goes, I want you all to get loud for these individuals. We have a very limited staff here at the NPFL. They all wear many hats, so they're doing multiple jobs. So for the entire NPFL staff, give them a round of applause, getting these anglers in and out of the water. Thank you. Finally, our police, fire, EMTs, our park rangers, our state troopers, anybody in law enforcement and first responders, we want to thank them from the NPFL family for everything they do to keep our neighborhoods safe. It's a thankless job. If you do see one, pat them on the back, tell them thank you, buy them a cup of coffee, buy them a Mountain Dew, whatever it might be. But just let them know that you appreciate what they do as far as law enforcement and the fire department goes. For our sponsors here in 2024, Progressive Angler of the Year, Basscat Boats, the official boat of the NPFL, Strike King, Lew's, Humminbird, Minn Kota, Power Pole, Pro Guide Batteries, Yamaha, and First Form Outdoors. At this time, let us have a moment of silence for those that we've lost here in 2025. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this great nation. We ask that you bless those folks here watching us and those watching us online over this Memorial Weekend. Remember what the true meaning of the Memorial Weekend is about. It's those that paid the ultimate sacrifice for the freedoms that we endure on a day-to-day basis. We honor you for what you've done. Young men and women died very young for us to do what we love, and that's bass fish. We ask that you bless our police, fire, EMTs, and first responders. Keep them safe after each and every shift. Finally, those serving this great nation both here and abroad, our veterans, and those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice. In Jesus' name, amen. If you can rise, please rise. Our colors are here at half-mast in memoriam to those that have fallen for this great nation. We will have Miss Catherine Wise doing our national anthem. Come on up here, girl.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
Routine. Thank you so much, Catherine. The wife of Jesse Wise, one of our anglers. Always great to have a live rendition there. Before we get started, quick announcement here. We have got Easton from Carson Newman and Ainsley from Alcoa High School. They will be running our fish. Give them a round of applause for volunteering for this event. All right, we've got some anglers lined up. I'm going to announce my weighmaster to get up here, Mr. Billy Thomas. Put your hands together, folks. The last applause you'll ever get. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Today, Showdown Saturday, we've got the hot seat, $100,000. That shield, all on the line. All of those weights are grouped together. Man, it's going to be a photo finish. What does Billy Thomas have to say?
It's way too close for me to call, but I can tell you one thing. That hot seat right there is going to need reupholstered by the end of today.
So you're talking about a lot of people in and out.
In and out, yes, sir.
All right, Billy Thomas, take your position right there. We're going to call up our first angler. I want you guys to get loud every time I announce these anglers. So with that being said, let me find him on my list. Where's he at here? You've got him down there as 112. Lithium Pro, come on up here. How about it for Mr. Zach Burge? One day he'll fish 3 days with us, I promise. No, I'm just kidding. Good to see you, Zach Burge. Give him a round of applause. He had a heck of an event over there at Major League Fishing, and we like to root our boys on no matter where they fish at. Class act right here. If you're looking for, I've already teared everything. We're good to go. If you're ever looking to do some hunting down there in Oklahoma, this is the man to call. 9/11 today for 19.6 over 2 days there. Look, you had some prior commitment scheduling when you're fishing different tours and all that stuff, but congratulations on the finish over at Major League Fishing. Back over to the NPFL. Get a little bit of time off for our next event.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was a good week last week. This one was tough, you know, and it's a hard place to come back. You know, it's Santee, I was able to catch 2 big bags and get back in and get paid. Here, it's really, really hard to do that. But, you know, I might salvage a few points. You know, at the end of the year, it'll be worth it.
All right, brother. Good to see you right there. Zach Burge, folks. 110. No. 110. No, this is not right here. It's not right. Hold on just a second. Okay, so hold on a second. Hold on. I got something wrong here on this sheet here. You're gonna have to find this next up here on the list because I can't find Harry Moore. She can yell at me. Yeah, Harry Moore. Where is he at? Oh, he's in place 110. Okay, just give me the place. All right, next to it, Vex's Boats Pro from Valley, Alabama. How about it for Harry Moore? Hey, those are place numbers. Those aren't boat numbers that you're giving me. Those are place numbers. We need boat numbers. All right. Okay. Something's wrong. That's right. All right, Harry. We're gonna have to print it out in place order because that's what you're getting. I need those sheets in place order now. That spreadsheet off my computer. All right, Harry. 13-13 over the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. All right, there we go. Easy does it. 5 in the bag today, right over here for me, sir. We're going to give you a score today, and your total right there, 13-13 plus 6-2, going to give you 19-15. 19-15 right over here. You want to say anything before you leave?
No.
No. All right, short and sweet, and he's getting home. Harry Moore, quick. U.S. Army Pro from Marissa, Illinois. How about it for Josh Watkins? So it's 102. Just go down this list and look at the number. This is the place column. That's the number we do. All right, Josh. Hey, a salute to all your comrades. I know you've lost some individuals in the theater of war. This is Memorial Day weekend. To honor them, you and John Branch doing the marketing for Go Army Outdoors. We appreciate that. And the recruitment. Keep our military. And we get those individuals that lost their lives at an early age. And Josh has served with the Army now right across the river from me in St. Louis in Marissa, Illinois. 7-4 today, 3-day total of 24-13.
Yeah, you know, it has been a tough weekend for me all weekend, even practice. I had a horrible practice. I'm lucky to catch what I did. Honestly, everybody's saying you could go out there and catch all the fish you want, but I struggled really hard today. But I took a little bit of self-reflection. Remember that wrap that was on my boat and what we're doing here this weekend. There's 6 fallen comrades on my boat that I display all over this country. So if you guys could just give me a couple seconds in silence to remember them. Hey, thank you. Like I said, it was my obligation. You know, I served for almost 20 years, and whenever my first buddy died in 2007, all the way up until 2013, I said if I ever get an opportunity to make them be remembered, I'm gonna do it. And the Army stood this program up about 2 years ago, and I was at active duty first on at Fort Leonard Wood, and they said, hey, First Sergeant Watkins, would you be interested in standing up an outdoor team and help the recruiting efforts in the Army? I said, absolutely. So I packed, my wife and I, we packed up and we moved to Fort Knox. And ever since then, I've been representing the Army and those 6 fallen comrades, you know, for the last 2 years. So I just want to say thank you. I wish I caught some more fish, but it is what it is. And I look forward to the next one.
Josh, class action. We will remember those 6 individuals next. No. Installed Parts Group Pro from Chickamauga, Georgia. How about it for Gary Bean? All right, Gary. We're good. Mr. Gary Bean. Come off the back of the boat. Once it stops there, red on red on red. It's a Chevy and a Bullet. Red right there. Hey. Oh my goodness, he got that bulldog on there. Ooh, you stand right. No, I'm just kidding. 15-9 on the first 2 days, 5 in the bag today, 10-11 for a 3-day total of 26-4 one day. One day we'll get you guys, but you guys are tough. How about the week?
Well, the week's been, I guess, all in all, caught a ton of fish. It's just exactly what he said. It's not as easy as you think. There's some guys that are great anglers. They figure it out, and really don't realize how good these guys are. Before I leave, just want to say thank you to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for giving us this beautiful day, the opportunity to do what we do, enjoy this, along with the ones that serve, past and present. You mentioned yesterday my red boat, so I want to give a shout out to Bullet Boats. They're here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Great family. Been with them for over 25 years. So just want to say thanks for everything they do for us and help us in the field, and whatever little bit we need sometimes, they're always there.
Thank you, Gary. Appreciate it. One more time for Gary Bean, folks. 92. Look on there. We're waiting. All right, here we go. Vexus Boats Pro from Charleston, South Carolina. How about it for Nick Gainey? All right, Nick. We want to thank all of those volunteers from Carson Newman that are helping pull up these rigs. A drive-through weigh-in unique all 3 days. To the NPFL, we keep those fish in the live well. Up to Billy Thomas. Good to see you, Nick. Yes, sir. I'm doing well. 19-5 on the first 2 days. Your score is going to be right there on Showdown Saturday. Of 814, a 3-day total of 28 pounds and 3 ounces. 28.3. You're getting worse, he said. I don't want to step on those. I'll crack those. But how about the week, sir?
I had a good time. I caught a lot of fish. I just couldn't figure out how to catch a 3-pounder.
The unicorns.
That's right. But I'm ready to go home. I come in early. I just got tired of catching them.
I got you, brother. We'll see you. Cut the grass. There you go. The working man's league, folks. 108. All right, here we go. Deep Creek Lures Pro from Bay Minette, Alabama. How about it for Scott Wiley? All right, Scotty. Thank you, crowd. Thank you. Give them a round of applause. We appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it. Great-looking crowd out here today. Appreciate you guys taking time to spend it with us over the Memorial Weekend. Going to be a fun weekend, kind of the middle of the boating weekend here to celebrate Memorial Day. But this is Scott Wiley, 16-5 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. Good to see you, sir. All right, here we go. Day 3 right there. Going to lock in at 9:15, a 3-day total of 26 pounds and 4 ounces.
Man, let me tell you something. I don't know what I did wrong this week, but I wasn't around the good ones. Caught a lot of fish, just not the right ones. But, you know, I got to thank a lot of people. Everybody takes care of my stuff while I'm gone. It's worth it.
100% right there. That's the foundation there.
That's right. And then Shannon and Jennifer, we stayed at their house this week. Class act.
Local people here give you some local cooking.
That's right. And that's the one ugly shirt.
That's one ugly shirt he said right there. Hey, hold on. Office, a 2-pound penalty for that comment right there from Scott Wiley. I'll tell you what, I got a lot of friends out in that crowd. Oh, that's true. That's true. Next. 101 right there. Blairsville Chamber of Commerce Pro from Blairsville, Georgia. How about it for Will Harkins? All right, Will Harkins. Pop's bringing you up there. Want to thank you for them crawfish and them oysters. Mudhole put them to work there, and we had some good cooked up oysters there, and thank you. I'm going to call you Mr. Seafood right here, Will Harkins. He's always in the water. 18-7 on the first 2 days, got 5 in the bag today. Showdown Saturday weight of, that's the way to keep them fish healthy before we get them in the release boat. Go ahead and wrap that up real quick there, Billy. No weight right now. Wrap it up tight. There you go. Put it on that scale there. That should calm down them ladies. Going to give you a weight of 13-1. Let's see some of these fish right here. 31 pounds and 8 ounces, folks, right there. A good comeback for the Georgia Pro, Will Harkins. Right over here to the corner there, Will, and then straight out in front. Put your hands together, folks. 2 beauties right there out of Douglas Lake. Stop number 3 of the NPFL here in Jefferson County, Tennessee. Over here to my right, sir, we get that Blairsville Chamber of Commerce. You folks out there, you're sponsoring a heck of an angler right here. Didn't work out this week, but that's bass fishing. You know how it is. Look, you've won one of these things. You're going for number 2. It'll happen one day. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, all I can do is bring you 15 fish. I can't help what size they are. We have fun this week. Fished new water every single day. I got to see all the lake in 6 days of practice. So it was fun. Caught a ton of fish. Just never really ran into any size, but looking forward to the next one.
Have you ever been here before?
It's been a long time. High school tournament.
So probably totally different. Helene came in here. Great job by the TWA, TWRA, everything that they've done as far as getting this fishery ready, plus this new aspect up here on the 3rd level.
Yeah, logistically, this is one of the harder tournaments for you guys and the TWRA to pull off, so y'all did a fantastic job making this even possible.
100%. Will Harkins right there, folks. Next. 105, Apex Pro Fishing from Brooklyn, Texas. How about it for Kevin Madeley? Come on up here, sir. 17 pounds and 8 ounces. He's throwing the heater, the curveball, the knuckleball. I got it for you, brother. 17-8 on the first 2 days. He's got 5 in the bag today. All right, Kevin. 17-8, 5 in the bag here. I'll take that. You stand right there. Here you go, Billy. Take that one right there. Kevin, day 3, showdown score right there. 3-day total right there. We're going to lock in at 9-12, 27-4. Do me a favor. We got time. Pull out a couple of them fish. Show them off. Show them that hard work you did. Put your hands together, folks, right there for Kevin right there. Some beauties out of Douglas Lake. Right over here, sir. You can wipe your hands off. I will clean those and wash those for the next event. I promise. I'm in charge of that. How about the week?
Man, great week. You know, a lot of fish here. Beautiful place. Douglas Lake is extremely, extremely pretty. Water, I mean, 4 foot in 3 days, the water's come up. And, but, man, I want to give all the credit to the good Lord up above for letting me do this, for being with me all week. I want to thank my family and friends and Jessica at home watching over me, praying over me every day, just for safety. My sponsors for everything they do for me. The NPFL, man, y'all are a great organization. Hey, 27-9 ain't bad, man.
Heck no, man. We'll see you up there in New York. Thank you, sir.
New York, you follow.
You follow. Then New York. I'm jumping ahead. Ken, keep me in line, buddy. Keep me in line. 96 right here. Joe from Texas.com Pro from Village Mills, Texas. How about it for Stephanie Hemphill Pellerin? All right, Stephanie. Look at that boat, folks. Joe from Texas.com. Looking good right there. Hummingbirds up there. Looking good. That Minn Kota looking good. All right, here we go, Stephanie. 18-14 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. That's the way to show up on Showdown Saturday, right over there.
Babies.
They're still babies. Right up here for me, lady. Showdown Saturday, then 3-day total right here. 9-4, 28-2. We got time. Show some of them fish. You earned it. That's all right. I don't care, babies or not. It's 5 more than I caught. And I fished for 20 hours. No, I'm just kidding. Put your hands together, folks, right there for the Texas Pro. Joe from Texas.com. How about them apples? All right. Okay. Hey, look, you like these grinder tournaments. The last time we had a grinder you follow, which is coming up next, somebody did pretty darn good.
Yeah, I had a top 10, least expected. I could barely walk. I just had knee surgery. So can I do a couple thank yous?
Absolutely.
Okay, Harold, Michelle, Ryan, Thomas, thank y'all for being such great hosts. Y'all are amazing. They basically put me up. It didn't cost me anything. I mean, that's all we can ask for because this is really expensive to do. Worldwide Watson came up to me today and he was like, you need to be flippant. So, yeah, he did. Okay. And so he really helps me out a lot, and you cannot thank an angler enough. He is my competitor. He didn't have to do that. That's just amazing. Let's all try to be that way because we're not against each other. We're against the conditions and the fish. So, hey, y'all rock. Thank y'all for having us here.
Positive words right there for the Texas Pro, folks. Stephanie Hemphill Pellerin. I need to know what the vehicles are. We got some vehicles parked over there in the corner. I need to know what vehicles are. We got to get them out of here, folks. We're locked in. We can't get these anglers out. Black Elantra. Tan Chevy pickup. You got to move on down the hill. Black Elantra and a tan Chevy pickup. Stu Martell, thank you. Position 102 coming into Showdown Saturday. S&D Enterprises, Inc. Pro from Elmhurst, Illinois. How about it for Stu Martell? Thank you, folks, for moving those vehicles. A little bit tied up here, but you can move down the hill on the exit side there. That way we can get these anglers out of here. But this right here is doing it the Chicago way. 18-7 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today, bringing it to Rocky Top. 13 is the magic number. A lower unit. 13 with 3 zeros. But White Pine Marine, is that right? They're the ones. You son of.
Make fun of my car.
7-ounce penalty. 7-ounce penalty. Here we go. Right there, 3-day total.
Oh, yeah, right.
What was the name of the marina that helped you out?
White Pine or White Pine River.
All right, White Pine Marine. Somebody know it? White Pine Marine. 9-11, 28-2 over 3 days. White Pine Marine, we thank you for keeping this Chicago angler on the water. Who'd you like to thank?
Everybody. Dandridge, Douglas Lake. You guys, I don't know what this place looked like a year ago, but I heard about it, and it is in great shape. The Army Corps, whoever cleaned this place up, keep going. This place is phenomenal. It's a ton of fun. And the number of fish out there, the future of this place looks really bright. So
TVA and TWRA responsible for all this.
Well, good. Thank you for having us, and we'll see you next time.
Stu Martell, appreciate it right there. Next, 106, the Money Saver Lure Retriever Pro from Somerville, Tennessee. How about it for Mr. Richard Key? Richard Key, down just outside of Memphis, decided to swing all the way over to the east side of the state. You're on the other side, sir. You will be west side either tonight or tomorrow. 17-1 on the first 2 days. 3 in the bag today. 3 in the bag today. All right, good to see you, sir. We're going to go Showdown Saturday, 3-day total. That's all right. 5 pounds, 22-1, 22-1 on that total right up here. Who'd you like to thank?
Well, I had some boat issues this week too, and I'd like to shout out to White Pine Marine Brad over there. Took very good care of me, so thank you, Brad.
100% right there. Heading home tonight or heading home tomorrow, and then get ready for Eufaula.
We're headed home as soon as we leave here.
All right, my man. You and Shannon have a safe drive home. Good to see you, sir. Next to the stage. Next to the stage right there, Tater Hog, Custom Lure Pro from Concord, North Carolina. How about it for Tater Hog, Matthew McBee? I know you like the intro. I know. Hey, one day I'm going to have your play-up music, trust me. One day. How about this, Tater Hog? 17-12 on the first 2 days.
I don't know if I can lift these out of
You like this? I know you like this. You should have touched the jersey. You would have had 5. He's only got 4, folks. He'd have touched the jersey. He would have had 5.
I had 5 on a bunch.
All right, there you go. On a bunch. Good to see you, brother. All right, here we go. 17-12 on the first 2 days. There's your score on Showdown Saturday. Total right there in that spot. 4-12 today, 22-8. 22-8 for the 3 days. Reload. Head to Oklahoma. Calm down in North Carolina.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It's a nice fishery. There's a ton of fish. Yep. Today was different. Just a little bit. I flipped a lot of bushes all week, and the sun helped a lot with that, but that bite kind of went away. And I found out kind of late they were biting topwater, which I like to do, which I like.
That's your forte.
Yeah, I had to, but then it just was over, and then I was just scrambling from there. But I had a lot of fun. Had a ton of fun today.
Sound like a mixed-up hog.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, brother. Good to see you. Matthew McBee. Boat number 99. Hold on just a second for me. He's going to give you a kiss right there. Here we go, right here. We said place 99? All right, there we go. Yep, I got it right here. Advanced Land and Timber Pro from Lake Waccamaw, North Carolina. How about it for Jamie Pierce? JP in the house. He went out there 18-9 on the first 2 days, got 5 in the bucket today. AdvancedLandandTimber.com, folks. Check them out. There's the boom right there for Jamie Pierce. A good one. Open that up for him, Billy. Let him stick it in there. All right, that's a good one. I got 5-2 on the big bass. We're going to weigh that after this. So we're going to do a big bass after that limit, Courtney. 18-9 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. You saw that big one. 13-5. Let's see some fish. Show us what you got. You went to work today. Got in the water about 4:30. Put your hands together, folks, for Jamie Pierce right there. 2 beauties. Stop number 3 of the NPFL here at Douglas Lake, Jefferson County, Tennessee. Go ahead. Hold on just a second. All right, go ahead now. All right. The big bass, Tim Kales at 5'2". This one's going to go with a weight of 313. 313. Go ahead and put that in there. You catch that girl in the springtime, she might go 4 or 513. Right over here, Jamie, real quick. I know you want to thank some people real quick. We'll get you off stage. Go ahead.
I just want to say y'all have an amazing lake here. Caught tons of fish all week. Had a great game plan. Just didn't pan out the first 2 days. I went to a different spot today and wore them out. So I'm looking forward to going home and hanging out with the kids and my wife and Memorial Day, and everybody have a good one.
Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate it, brother. Next to the stage, Bass Cat Pro from Cumming, Georgia. How about it for Alan Armour? He wore the shirt again today. I love it. Look at that. Turn around to that camera real quick and show them. I mean, that right there is class. What'd you say, 93 or 96? 94, not even close. All right, Alan Armour. Bass Cat feeling the rush. They got to put that in a commercial right there, man. That's outstanding right there, sir. Right over here to Billy.
Maybe we'll bring these things back.
100%. I tell you what, they should. 18-8 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. Showdown Saturday weight right here, sir, of 9.6, a 3-day total of 27.14. 27.14. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank Bass Cat, Bait Shack Marine. I want to thank, shout out to the boys at Meagle Chevrolet for hooking me up with that Suburban there. Nice. And my wife for helping me load and unload. And I want to thank NPFL, man. I tell you what, those guys are working like crazy down there, making this ramp situation work out right. I mean, they're killing it down there. So I want to thank you. You said you had something special for me if I wore this shirt again.
This right here. This is it right here. There you go, my man. Right there, Rocky Top. We're here. Exactly. We're here in Tennessee. You might as well do it. Alan Armour, folks, next to the stage. 100. No, 100. Hold on just a second for me. All right, find 98. If I can find her on here. Do you got it? There we go. Big League Charter Pro and Bruiserweight Pro from Knoxville, Tennessee. How about it for Robert Robleski? Knox Vegas native. He moved up here 2 years ago? A year ago, okay. You moved to a great town. You're 25 minutes away from Jefferson County in this beautiful lake. You can go up to Carson Newman and take a walk like I did last night. It's very peaceful. What's that? After this weigh-in? Okay. Hold that over that real quick. I'm going to get you talking right now while she fixes something real quick. But, Dave, let's see, you're coming in here at 18:10. Probably not going to work out into the check line, but we move on to Eufaula there. But a great week as far as catching numbers of fish. It's just following the quality.
Yeah, I mean, I caught a ton of fish this week. I mean, this place is awesome. Just the big ones just didn't come to my par. Seen them in practice. What I was doing in practice, I was throwing the glide bait and trying to lure them so I can see where they're at and how to mark them and stuff like that. And then, during tournament time, I couldn't see them at all. Okay. I don't know if it was the overcast and not having any sun, the wind, or anything. Everything changed during practice from today.
We've got 10-6, 29 pounds even for the 3 days right there. We got a storm on Wednesday night. It turned a lot of the places into chocolate milk. We saw it in our cove over there, so I'm sure many of the places that were here at the lake were the same way.
Yeah, that storm was crazy. I mean, we were staying at the house. We had Richard Key and Shannon stayed with us, and my wife comes out knocking on them and yelling, "Hey, wake up, wake up, there's a tornado coming." So we had to strap up and hide in the closet for the time being until that thing passed. But no, I mean, I want to thank everybody, NPFL, the whole 9 yards. My mom decided to fly up. We planned this for this tournament. So it's a true blessing for her to come. And they actually got a pontoon boat, and so they were out there watching me fish for the last 4 hours. It's always been a dream come true to watching my mom watch me live fish and the whole 9 yards. So I was pretty happy. My beautiful wife, Pam, I love her to death. My media guy, Noah, thank you so much for coming up and seeing me. True blessing to be on the stage.
It's like being at the Little League ballpark, right? You get to see him out there on the water this time. Robert Robleski right there, folks. Thank you, Mom, for coming out and supporting your son. Yo, Jerry. You got it? All right, there you go. That's for Alan Armour. 85. Where are we at? Did you get it right here? All right, there we go. BSR LLC Pro from Leesburg, Georgia. How about it for Brandon Klassen? All right, Mr. Klassen, how you doing, sir? Look at that boat and truck wrap, folks. Sharp. Got that matching jersey. And he's got that beautiful logo. Come off the back of that boat for me, sir. There you go. 1911. It's going to be all right. We're going to get some more fish. Don't worry. 1911. This man's going to bring 5 to the scale. Get you to stop crying over there, big man. Brandon, how about this? Showdown Saturday weight of. Going to be right there. Hold on just a second for me. 11-10, 31-5. 31-5 for the 3 days. Who'd you like to thank?
I'd like to thank all my sponsors and thank y'all for putting on an awesome tournament.
Appreciate you, brother. We will see you in Oklahoma, man. Safe travel.
Won't be there. I'm getting married.
Getting married. Well, congratulations, man. Some things are more important. Hey, you want Billy Thomas to sub in for you? Can't do that. All right, here we go. Next, there he is. Yes, all-season storage pro from Brooklyn, Texas. How about it for Mr. Troy Roeder? What a crowd here today. Thank you so much, folks. It means a lot to us. We've got a lot of people out there on the live stream, but you local people and then people traveling, friends and family from all over the U.S. to come out here. We're only in our 5th year. We're trying to do things right in the bass fishing world. We've got a great leader in Brad Fuller, and things are moving up, and that's why Troy Roeder decided to fish with us. 19.6 on the first 2 days, 5 in the bag today for a weight of 7.2, 3-day total, 26.8. 26-8. Yep, you shake your head. It's like, let's reload. I want to go to the next tournament now.
Exactly. Just keep fishing.
You had some mechanical issues, it's some of all that stuff. Won't talk about that, but that can kind of spin you out before, and that happened early in the tournament. Probably still staking out the cobwebs right now.
Yep, it was, and it got worse every day. I think it's still in my head. I'm going to get it out of there and move on to the next one.
I will see you there, man. Safe travels on. Good to see you, Troy. Next. 94. Yes, sir, right there. Goatwood Farms Pro. He's part of that D team. All dollars, Durham, North Carolina. How about it for Seth Ellis? It only cost them $300 for that cheer. That's pretty cheap, man, for that volume. It cost. It did cost. He goes, it cost me more than that. 19-4 on the first 2 days. 5 in the bag today. All right, big man, here we go. Absolutely get in there. Scores right here on Showdown Saturday. 9-1, 28-5. 28-5 right up here for the 3 days there. Didn't work out. This one had a good tournament there. We got to jump back up and get those AOI points so we can make that championship this year at Oklahoma.
Yeah, this event killed me. Yesterday, first day, I got in my own head. Yesterday, I just never got a quality bite, and today I got 3 of them and dumped all 3 of them. So it's just been a heck of a week here, but thanks for y'all showing up. This place is full of fish. Hopefully one day they'll grow up to be big. But I just want to thank Goatwood, my beautiful wife, my family, the Fogelman, Striking and Lose. They keep me out here. I'm ready to go to Oklahoma.
All right, brother. Safe travels. Good to see your family right there hanging out. Good deal. All righty, here we go. Position number 97, Mallory Custom Contracting Pro from Lawton, Michigan. How about it for Buck Mallory? Hey, watch that young girl right there. Buck, what do you say, Michigan boy? Wanted to go see Pops. I can understand. Why not? Daddy left early this morning about 4:30. Go fishing for about 8 hours. Long day. 8:14 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. Good to see you, sir. Go ahead and wipe off if you want. And then you're going to move to the right there, and I'll stand next to you and call out this weight for you, and we'll get you out there on camera. 10-10, a 3-day total of 29-8. We got to move on. Wipe it off the slate.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. These tournaments happen. I mean, it could have been worse. I caught a limit every day. I mean, yesterday...
Like 10 limits.
I'll tell you that yesterday I struggled so dang much that I was so happy to catch that 5th fish. But today I had them. I caught like almost 3 limits today. But yeah, this lake's full of fish. It's a lot of fun when the water's coming up. You're sitting here. I'm just flipping bushes and like up close and personal combat. And that's how I like to fish. I just didn't execute properly. That's on me. But I do want to shout out to my wife for doing everything at home when I'm gone. But looking forward to coming home, and I'm going to see my kids, and we'll be back in Oklahoma.
Foundation of the family, get to do what you love, and they're proud of you. Buck Mallory, a past champ of the NPFL. Next to the stage, 93. All right, here we go. Bass Cat Pro from Pleasant Hill, Missouri. How about it for Kevin Rogers? Hey, folks, visit JeffersonCountyTennessee.com tent right here next to Bass Cat and the league. They got towels there that you can take free and register, get entered in that Gill giveaway. That's a good backpack right there. Is that a cooler? No, dry bag. Those are great dry bags by Gill, folks. Tops in the industry. 19.5 on the first 2 days. 5 in the bag today. This man killed it in the crappie world. Now he's making a name for himself in the bass world. Got 3 children serving this country, folks. 3 children. Son just graduated from Air Force boot camp. Heck of a father right there. And mom. Hold on just a second. 11-9, 30-14. Let's see some of those fish. Show them for your son right there that just graduated from boot camp out of the Air Force right there. There you go. There's the boom right there. Stop number 3 of the NPFL here at Douglas Lake. Perfect. All right, Kev, let's talk for a little bit. Did you throw the glide bait?
Yeah, I did. I caught that 4-pounder first thing this morning on a glide, and then it hooked me right. Then I went for 5 hours without a bite and then went fishing. Sometimes we're dumb as fish, where you can overthink us, and that's what I did all week. So that's all right. Thanks to all the veterans, everybody that served. This is their weekend, so everybody remember them.
Absolutely. Kevin Rogers, Class Act, next to the stage. All right, 95 plates coming in. DataNet IT Pro from Apex, North Carolina. How about it for Mr. Jeff Hodges? Good afternoon, sir. Did you eat lunch today? What did you have for lunch? Ham sandwich. Any mayonnaise, any mustard, any cheese, or just plain ham sandwich on bunny bread? Ham and mustard. There we go. 18-15 on the first 2 days. It's got 5 in the bag today. Good to see you, sir. 18-15 plus right there. 3-day total there. 8-3 for a 3-day total of 27-2. 27-2.
Yeah, it was a struggle for me. I committed deep the first 2 days, and my fish left. Today I picked up a flipping stick, went flipping all day. If y'all are in the market for a good flipping stick, Kissel Crafts makes a PB 731, very light, fish it all day, doesn't fatigue you. I got to thank DataNet IT, Behringer Construction, Meta Wraps. I also want to thank Danbridge for hosting us, and, of course, the NPFL staff.
Thank you, sir, right there. DataNet IT, we appreciate you sponsoring that class act, and Jeff Hodges next. Got some time? All right. Anybody that just showed up here, that First Form Outdoors, anything in the coolers, anything on top of that table, go ahead and get yourself some beef sticks, some protein bars, and some drinks. How about this? We got a little bit of time. So the guy that does our roundtables, the guy that does Bass After Dark, the guy that does all of our stats, the guy that writes this, the guy that sets up the trailer, the guy that drives the trailer around. Put your hands together for Ken Duke. All right. Ken Duke for president, absolutely. After 4 years, you can go be president. We want the guy right now. But anyway, here's the deal. A lot of stats, a lot of movement. When I looked at the Fishing Chaos leaderboard, what I saw there grouped up between, goodness gracious, after day one, that 9 to 17 pounds. I mean, it was like 70 anglers. I think there's going to be a lot of movement where guys are going to be at the top fall and guys that are way down are going to cash a check.
Absolutely right. We got a lot of cool historical stuff going on at this event. You know, we passed 30,000 fish in NPFL history yesterday. Yesterday we had Drew Cook break the record for consecutive limits. And today, Big Al, Timmy Reams is going to crack the 1,000-pound mark for his career.
He will be the first to do that in NPFL history.
That is correct. The first, all he needs is 3 pounds 7 ounces. We know he's got a limit, I think. So that's a for sure thing. When Timmy takes a stage, it's going to be a big moment in our history.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks, when we kind of do production meetings and event meetings before that, Ken gets with us. He's very on top of things. He's got binders and binders of stats. He actually sent me a binder. You breeze through it. It's a lot of information. You got to pick and choose what you could take out of it. But there was an interesting one about Gerald Swindle in 2001 or 2004. 2001, his biggest fish he caught out of here was what weight? Do you remember?
Don't, but I bet it was around 7.
Around 7 pounds, right around there is what I wanted to say. But just to bring back stats, folks, that's 24 years ago. There are some folks out here that weren't born yet. But just to have that information at the tip of your hands, G-Man gets up here, you just let him talk. We had a good one yesterday where he saw a fight, he got a contact buzz, and somebody read scripture to him. So you can't beat that stuff right there. But you're talking about Timmy Reams, 1,000 pounds. He's been with us since day one. This is our 5th year. Pretty impressive.
It is. You know, there are 4 guys who have fished every NPFL event, and Timmy Reams is one of them. That's why he's closing on 1,000 pounds today. But a lot of history here, and here's a little bit of kind of unfortunate history. So far at this tournament, the biggest fish weighed in has been 5 pounds 2 ounces. If that holds up, it'll be the smallest bass ever to be big bass at an NPFL tournament.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know there's plenty of 6-7 pounders out there. Skylar Hamilton, one of the great guides down here at this lake. He's caught them. He's talked about them. Look, these lakes go through a transition, the TWRA and the TVA, with the hurricane last year to get this place up and running, not only for us, but other boat bass tournaments and the recreational weekend. It is night and day what they've done in 365 days, and they're still working 24/7 to clean this stuff up.
Yeah, this is not all fun and games out here. When you have something like Hurricane Helene blow through and all the devastation, it takes a lot to keep this lake in great condition because it's not just a fishery, but it's also a fabulous playground. It's a hydroelectric power source. There's a lot going on at Douglas Lake, and to be able to fish it and to have, I'll tell you what is great about this place is we're breaking all the NPFL records for most fish caught. So they haven't been big, but man, they have been plentiful.
100%. We got an angler here. Ken Duke, folks, put your hands together for him one more time. All right, here we go. BK Incorporated Pro from Noble, Oklahoma. It's balls and strikes. How about it for Alton Wilhoit? That right there, folks, is 32 pounds. It says champion, Douglas Lake, May 22nd through the 24th, 2025, $100,000. This will spend, that will stay somewhere on the mantle or somewhere in the trophy room for one of these anglers. We'll see what it comes down to today around 4:45. But this is Alton Wilhoit, 19-7 on the first 2 days. He went to work today, got another 5 in the basket. We're locked in. 11-7, 30 pounds and 14 ounces. Give him a couple fish. Grab one of your fish out of there and show it off. We got some time here. They don't want to see me. They want to see those fish. We got some more fans showing up here. We appreciate it. Put your hands together, folks, for Alton Wilhoit right there. 2 beauties. Stop number 3 of the NPFL here at Douglas Lake. All right, real quick, my friend. All right, you know, not the tournament you wanted, but we're kind of getting adjusted, and you know things are moving. 3rd event. Let's get ready for Oklahoma in that 4th event.
Well, you know, I had a pretty decent practice. We had wind the first day. Well, we had it the second day, but I didn't make any adjustments on the first day. I missed 2/3 of my bites, and sometimes it's so simple. I went from a 1/4 ounce slip sinker to a 3/8. Almost 100% hookup.
Unbelievable.
And it's just that little bow in your line. That's all it takes.
Adjustments key to this sport, especially for the young high school kids, the college kids, and the youngsters, even for the adults. That little change was a difference in execution.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. We'll see you in Oklahoma. Safe travels. Alton Wilhoit, folks. Quinlan, all right, there we go. All right, here we go. Position 86, the National Fishing Expos Pro from Mooresville, Indiana. How about it for Mike Quinlan? All right, Mike, there you go. Toss out some of them Fishing Expo stuff and some baits and lures and all sorts of stuff that he caught. He caught 5 today, folks, so those baits work. 19-11. There you go, a go Mike right there. The National Fishing Expos. David Holheisel fished with us. He's all business now, getting these shows together. Columbus is his mainstay. 19-11 right here, Mike. Good to see you, sir. Right up here for me, there's Showdown Saturday weight. 19-11 right there is going to change to your 3-day total. We're going to go with 11-9, 31-4, 31-4. Who'd you like to thank?
Well, I'd like to thank National Fishing Expos, MillerTech Batteries. If there's any new tackle vendors out there, if you call or email David at nationalfishingexpos.com, get $100 off their booth space for this next year. So it's a great place to showcase your tackle. Every day this week, I've done a little better.
Okay.
But I started too low. But, my gosh, I probably caught 18 or 19 keepers today. Wow. Today was the best day of all, had my best weight, and I actually lost my first 6 fish. They were so far back in the willows. Every time I'd set the hook, they would get hung up and flop off. But just kept going, and we caught a bunch of fish.
All right, we'll see you in Oklahoma, folks, right there. Mr. Mike Quinlan next. There we go. All right, we got a position number 88, U.S. Army Pro from Lakeland, Florida. How about it for John Branch? JB, good to see you, brother. What a crowd, Billy. What a crowd. Dandridge, Jeff City, they're all showing up, I'm sure, for some folks from Knoxville. The baseball team did not do well today. They got 10 run by the Commodores. Not good. They are not hosting a region. Little fun fact, folks. The coach for the Tennessee Vols, his dad coached me in high school back in St. Louis, so kind of a small world right there. 19-8, first 2 days, 5 in the bag. That's the way to go to work today, sir, right up here. Memorial weekend for all your comrades that you've known and lost over the years and for this great nation. 8-3, a 3-day total of 27 pounds, 11 ounces, 27-11.
Yeah, that's not very good.
No, I'm not going to say it. I got to be partial.
I like how you put the mic in my face and made me say it. That's the way it works.
I didn't make you say anything.
It was implied. I felt the implication. Now, fun lake. I got to do what I really enjoyed doing. I thought I was just going to get flip bushes, but shoot, you had to punch the bushes. Caught a ton of fish, lost even more fish. That was the story of the week. But this is a super fun place. Jefferson County did an amazing job. Like, this place was filled with debris. I stopped here coming home from Norman, and it looks amazing. Everybody's worked their butt off. Look at the crowd. Everybody, thanks for coming out. Like I always say, 18 years ago, made the best decision of my life, joined the Army. It's gave me a life. It's gave me a skill. Best thing I ever did. Now I get to come up here, fish nationally, hang out with you guys. Even that ball shirt's killing me right now. But big time, chomp chomp. But thanks everybody for coming out. Enjoy Memorial Day weekend. Be safe and be safe out on the water. Thank you, everybody.
He might need security, folks. Just kidding, John. All right, who we got next? All right, position number 84, incentive pro from Rock Hill, South Carolina. How about it for Ron Farrow? Did you have trouble getting out of your cabin this morning? A little bit. We're staying over there at Lakeside Resort, Smoky Mountain Lakeside Resort and Marina, and had some tight parking in there for some of the boats and all that stuff. We'll get that taken care of next year. But Alicia and Rhett, phenomenal job. Cowboys, great food. That staff on top of it. This is Ron Farrow, 1912 on the first 2 days. We're going to weigh your big fish. He's got a big fish after this. There's your score on Showdown Saturday. There's your total right there. 5.2 is our big bass. That's Tim Gales. 11.10, 3-day total of 31.6. No big bass. Go ahead and send it. Who'd you like to thank?
Whoever invented the frog.
Okay. God?
Yeah, absolutely. But the frog, they are chomping it, so it's good times.
God created the human who created that frog that gets you the bit to get you up here.
That frog's awesome.
All right, there we go. The frog's awesome. Whoever's going to have the God frog, I get credit for that right there. All right, next. There we go. Position number 87, Big Daddy Baits Pro from Spring City, Tennessee. How about it for Big Daddy? Brian Hatfield. You hand me the bag. You bring her up on stage. And I don't want you to break this pole right here, sir. She's got Minnie Mouse right there with Granddaddy. Come on up here, you carry her. Watch that pole, Brian. Come off the back there. Going to be a little bit easier for you, brother. All right, 19.9 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag. Good to see you, sir. How you doing, hon? Good to see you. Look at Granddaddy right here. 10 pounds, 4 ounces, a 3-day total of 29.13. Christmas might not be as good with that weight. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. He going to come back. He going to get me.
Yeah, you had to wear the shirt.
Absolutely. Win in Tennessee, baby. Win in Rome. Wildcat fan.
I'm ready to go back home.
Well, you're just down the road.
I just couldn't get no big ones. That's it. Part of it, you know. On to the next one.
Let's get him in Oklahoma, brother. Bye-bye.
Say bye, Maddie.
Bye-bye. There we go. She said bye-bye. Good job right there. Next. All right, position number 78, Ready Pools Pro from Auburndale, Florida. How about it for Andrew Reddy? $20 pounds, 11, and I'm not being sarcastic, 20 pounds, 1 ounce. He lost his whole bag. He's got 78 fish in that bag. Good to see you, brother. Pop's driving up that truck. 20 pounds, 1 ounce on the first 2 days. 5 in the bag today. This right here, not really a rookie. We don't have rookies yet. We only been in existence 5 years, but this is first year. 30 pounds, 7, 10-6 today. Decent day right there. Who'd you like to thank?
My family, my friends, everybody that supports me. I really couldn't do it without them. My girlfriend, her parents, too.
Down there in Florida, right?
Yes, sir.
Best states in the U.S. Appreciate it, Andrew Reddy. We'll see you in Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Next to the stage, 76, right here. Nope, that's not it. I'm sorry. Keep going. Come on, pull up there and just hold your fish right there. I got to find it real quick. All right, here we go. NPFL Pro from McAllen, Alabama. How about it for J.T. Russell? 20 pounds, 4 ounces on the first 2 days. 5 in the bag today. Hey, folks, those towels are free. Jefferson County, Tennessee, get them. They're great, fantastic. And register for that Gill dry bag. 13.5 today. 3-day total of 33.9. Good comeback today, man. I mean, look, everybody's talking about quantity. It's just quality. You pulled a couple quality out of there.
Yeah, it felt good to finally get some revenge on this place after the past 2 days I've had because, man, it's been a grind trying to find some good ones. But luckily found a couple today, and we'll see how things shake out here in a little bit.
All right, safe travels, brother, and we'll see you in Oklahoma. 89. Yeah, that's right. They want to leave. 89, you said? All right, there we go. Home Cabinets Pro from Westminster, Maryland. How about it for John Bosley? All right, 19-8 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag right here. All right, here we go, 19-8, 5 in the bag. 9-11, 3-day total of 29-3, 29-3. Tell us about the league, and who'd you like to thank?
I'd like to put a shout out to homeprocabinets.com. Check them out. They'll give you a design, ship you some cabinets wherever you want. Tell them to give you JB Fish discount. Shout out to everyone back home. See you soon. To the city of Dandridge for helping us get in and out of here, safely. And to you guys, because NPFL, this has been a logistical challenge, to say the least. And rather than just say, well, it is what it is, you guys didn't stop working on it. So
100% that staff down there. I don't do anything, but this staff here, unbelievable and all that stuff. Logistical, we can always work around. It's a great place here, man, and we'll see you back there. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, next to the stage. What's that? All right, there we go. Position 82, Basket Pro from Longview, Texas. How about it for Jordan Osborne? All right, Jordan Osborne, 1914, coming off the back of that boat. Or there, it don't matter. Hey, there you go. 1914, he's got 5 in the bag right here so they can see everything out there. Basket and a solid Pawn and Outdoors. Lock in for me with a weight of... You got this, and I'm going to put you in that seat if you got that. Go ahead, wrap it up. No weight, go weight. Go ahead, wrap it up. Tighter. There you go. 1914, 5 in the bag, folks. It'll lock in now. There's the lock. And 7-1. 7-1 for a 3-day total of 26-15. Who'd you like to thank?
Thank my family, friends, everybody that's watching back home. Want to make a shout out to my buddy Arthur. His dad was in a bad car wreck while I was driving up here. He's not doing well. So if everybody keep him in his thoughts and prayers, and hope he makes it out of the hospital alive.
100%. We'll be praying for him, man. We appreciate it. Jordan Osborne right there, class act, folks. We're praying for you, brother. Slow and steady. What? There it is right here. Abu Garcia Pro from Catawba, North Carolina. How about it for Shane LaHue? Had to let it roll, man. It's butter off of the tongue like I love you. All right, Shane. The Abu Garcia Pro running that Yamaha show. First time I ever rhymed there, Billy. You're not impressed? Either am I. It's terrible. Dad jokes, I'm not even a dad. What's up, buddy? How are you doing? How about this? 20 pounds even on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. 13-10, I'm going to put you in that hot seat. 8-6, 28-6, 28-6 on the 3 days there. Reload, man. I know it's been a long 4 weeks for you guys over at the Elites in the NPFL, just kind of burning the candle at both ends.
Yeah, I'm excited to get back home and see my wife and my dogs and go play some golf for a change. But no, I had a fun week on Douglas. I just never got around the big ones. Fishing is if you make the wrong mistakes, it's all on you. So I put all the blame on myself this week. I didn't adjust and didn't make the right moves. But we'll take a much-needed 2-week break and get back after it in Oklahoma.
You hear that, kids? Personal responsibility. That's a big part of growing up in life. Personal responsibility. Thank you, Shane LaHue. All right. 75, why not? Strike King Lose Pro from Alexander, Arkansas. How about it for Mr. Scott Suggs? Mr. Suggs, good to see you in that Puma. Running it up and down. Bass Cat feeling that rush. All that good stuff. Scott Suggs coming up here. Scott, we're going to go right. You got to take those polarized off. Right there, show on Saturday. That's your 3-day total there. You got 13.5. You can go take a seat in that fine leather chair behind you. 13.1. 13.1 for a 3-day total, 33.6. Let's see some of them fish, man. You earned it right there, brother. He pulls them fish out, folks. Give him a round of applause. What do you say, Scott Suggs? Right there, the Arkansas Pro. Two beauties. Stop number 3 of the NPFL here at Douglas Lake in Jefferson County, Tennessee. All right, brother, right over here to my right side. I know there's some people you like to thank out there.
You know, I'd like to thank all my sponsors. You know, this week I stayed out deep a lot, and with my Lawrence Electronics, you know, we can't use forward facing, but hey, that down scan is still the deal. That's what we all grew up on, and hey, I was able to find those schools of fish with the down scan and be able to watch them and stuff. If I wondered if they were there, I'd pull in, I'd back out, making sure they were still there. But just to everybody, Bass Cat, what a great week running around this lake with a Bass Cat boat and Mercury outboards. But big thanks to Strike King. I caught a lot of my fish on a finesse worm this week, and that's about it. Just going to go home, get ready for the next one.
Busy, busy man right there. Scott Suggs, we appreciate you, brother. 77th place, Nitro Boats Pro from Apex, North Carolina, the leader of the D team. How about it for Josh Hooks? Somebody has to lead that gang. Why not Josh Hooks? That man can cook, folks, let me tell you. I've had about 17 meals, and they've all been different, man. They're all phenomenal. Going to get home to the dogs and the family.
Only for you.
Only for me. There you go. 20 pounds, 1 ounce on the first 2 days, 5 in the bag, 11.5, 11.5, 31.6 for the 3 days right there to end the tournament.
Yeah, you know, just like the last 2 days, I mean, I just left a bunch out there. Fishing in the jungle, you know, it happens. But all in all, it's a great week. I got some friends here. And some, you know, that's Alex, and I think Addie's here somewhere. But you know, got to thank my sponsors, obviously, and my wife for holding down the fort. We have an 8-year-old. I don't know what you call her. She's wide open, so.
That's what we call it, wide open.
But I'm ready to get home and see them. I haven't seen them in, you know, actually 2 weeks. So, but ready for you to follow on to the next one. So.
All right, brother. Safe travels home. Good to see you, Josh Hooks. Position number 72, Lake Lodge at Chickamauga Pro from Greenback, Tennessee. How about it for Ricky Robinson? Ricky, did the back loosen up at all? Nope, still tight? All right. Folks, he come down there. He was jiving and shucking, trying to get that back loosened up, just kind of locked up on him this morning, so hopefully he'll do all right. Hey, do you want to stay there, and we'll get your fish here? Yeah, why don't you give me your fish? Do me a favor. I'll call this out, and then we can get you back into that seat over there, and you ain't got to come. You go sit down, brother. We'll take care of you. All right, so here you go. You sit down there, 20 pounds, 8 ounces. You got 5 in the bag today. I'm going to come down there here real quick, just so you can say thank you to everybody. And I'm going to give you a weight on Showdown Saturday of 912, 3-day total of 30 pounds and 4 ounces. Keep the boat and truck there. Who'd you like to thank, sir?
Well, most of all, my wife, she's always behind me, but I just hope I can get my back feeling better.
All right, brother, you get home there, man. Take it easy. Do not move or I'm going to die. There we go. Ricky Robinson, folks, put your hands together one more time. All right, position 83, Dobbins Rods Pro from Salisbury, North Carolina. That man right there is Hayden Hammond. That Yamaha just purred today for Hayden Hammond. 1913 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag on Show on Saturday. Give you a weight right here, Hayden. 810, 3-day total of 28.7. 28.7.
That was a grinder, but I'm ready for the next one.
All right, Oklahoma bound. Here we go. All right. 73, you going to find him for me? I got nothing here. There we go. I missed him right there. Kistler Fishing Pro from Lake Eufaula, Alabama. How about it for Keith Bardolph? That boat can float. That boat does float. Hey, tell that young kid to come here. There you go. Look at this. Look at this, what it's all about right there. There we go. Outstanding. Outstanding. Not bad right there. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate you, sir. Over to Billy. 20 pounds, 8 ounces on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. You made that young man's day. Nothing like Christmas in May. 10-13, 31-5. 31-5, all that stuff. Not the tournament you wanted, but getting acclimated, starting to move through there, class act and all that stuff. Right there, that young man will remember that forever.
I'll tell you what, you know, when I used to have hard times coming up when I was a little kid, I'd try to act like I want to complain, and my mama would say to you, hey, stop that. It's building character. Mama, I'm 58. Can I stop building, please? Hey, I had a great week. Appreciate all y'all coming out. This is why we do it for y'all. Monday is Memorial Day. And y'all, over 1 million service members gave their life for your freedom. The ones I know would tell you, don't worry about them. Worry about that freedom. Y'all protect it. Be lions, not lambs.
100%. Words to live by right there, folks. Lions, not lambs. All right, here we go. New Image Lawn Care Pro from Kernersville, North Carolina. Hey, Keith, move him to the side so I can get this truck up here. Thank you. How about it for Austin Garland? We got a lot of towels left, Jefferson County, Tennessee. Do we got towels left? Okay, we got towels. Hey, folks, if you just arrived, grab one of these towels, man. You're never going to need to buy another towel in the rest of your life. These are outstanding, so check them out. This is Austin Garland. If you live in his area, he's got a crew that'll cut your grass and take care of business as far as landscaping goes. Put that mulch down. 20 pounds in the first 2 days. 5 in the bag today. He was probably ripping these fish out. 11 pounds and 14 ounces. 3-day total of 31 pounds and 14 ounces. Who'd you like to thank, sir?
My friends and family and Dave's Tournament Tackle for supporting me. And I lost a few key fish that kind of hurt me. So
you were talking about it this morning. You know, you kind of felt good about what was going on. Just those ones that don't unbutton. And you get the execution factor that falls into a good tournament.
Yeah, I lost 2 yesterday that really hurt me. I didn't have a limit, so I think I'll be short, but better luck next time.
We'll see you in Oklahoma. Safe travels, friend. Next to the stage, 60, Dylan Breed, Weedus Marine Pro from Cincinnati, OH, Dylan Freeze. A golf clap for Dylan Freeze. A golf clap. All right, sir. Well, here's the deal. Look, you got our number up in Columbus this past year. I was up there freezing. We will get our redemption now that we got rid of our quarterback who went to get more money but got less money. That makes a lot of sense. 21-12 on the first 2 days. 5 in the bag. 8-7. 3-day total of 30 pounds and 3 ounces. Yeah. You're better than that. I know you are.
Yeah, I thought I was going to go out there and crack him today, and I caught a 3-pounder first thing this morning. I'm like, that's a good start. All I need is 2s, and I'll get a check. I've had 2s all week. Well, every other fish was a pound and a quarter today. So, you know, dumped some good ones this morning. And, I mean, you can't change it, man. Shit happens. So, thanks for everybody coming. We'll see y'all in Oklahoma.
Dylan Freeze right there, folks, the Ohio Pro. What is it? 89? All right, there we go. Position 81, Academy Sports and Outdoors Pro from Hemp Hill, Texas. How about it for Andrew Upshaw? All right, Andrew Upshaw. 20 pounds even on the first 2 days. Good to see you, sir. Right up here, 5 in the bag. Showdown Saturday score, total score right there. 9-2 for a 3-day total of 29-2, 29-2. Not typical of an Andrew Upshaw tournament, but we got 3 more to go before you can qualify for that Tournament of Champions next year.
Yeah, I knew exactly what I did wrong. We got ready to take off, and the first 40 boats took off, and 37 of them went up the river, and 3 of them went down the lake. And I was one of the ones that went down the lake, and I was like, hey, I know I'm fishing for the wrong ones, but I wasn't going to go jump in on them. But caught all my fish this week, flipping a rage bug, green pumpkin in color. I got a pile about this big on top of my boat. Caught about 30 fish a day, just could never get a big one.
All right, my man, we will see you in Oklahoma. Safe travels home, just down the road, or north, I should say. All right, here we go. Southern Woods Plantation Pro from Moultrie, Georgia. We won't hold it against him. He's a Bulldog. And Todd Tucker. This man can flat out fish, folks. He's got a national championship football team that he follows. Won a couple under Kirby Smart. He told me to wear this jersey because I look so fine in it, and he likes seeing me in it and making fun of me. Thank you. Talons up, baby, for the Carson Newman Eagles, baby. Good to see you, sir. I know you want to touch it. Go ahead. 27 on the first 2 days. 5 in the bag today. Always 5 in the bag today for J. Todd Tucker. 9 pounds, 12 ounces. A 3-day total of 30 pounds and 3 ounces. Not typical of you, but sometimes you got weeks like that.
Yeah, I mean, I had opportunities the last 2 days to have, 11 and a half, 12 and a half pounds. I just couldn't make it happen, but we just had a blast. I mean, Shannon put us up in his house. We got Brooks and Nicole here. Thank y'all for coming. Great to see you guys. These are all my sponsors. Jennifer, thank you for everything. Jason, y'all are great. Great hosts. We're going to cook beef rib tonight, I think, and we're just going to have a blast.
I will tell you this, folks. When you invest in an angler and everything, great character here. Known him since day one at Sunfish with us, knowing that he came over here. Great character and a good representation of your products and your companies.
Brooks, I think we've been together. You've been sponsoring me for almost 17, 18 years now, and that's just an incredible relationship, and I couldn't do it without him. There's no way I could be out here without you guys, and thank you. Thank you.
I'll remind you of that later if you didn't hear that. J. Todd Tucker, thank you, sir. All right. Remind them every week. How about that? Remind them every week. 64, the Outpost of Pickwick Dam Pro from Counce, Tennessee. That man is our first ever champion. How about it for Brandon Perkins? He's got a long drive home to Counce to see the wife and the kiddos. Did anybody have softball this weekend? No softball. Okay. All right. He's got some daughters that are active in sports, and they are darn good athletes and students, which is most important. 21-5 on the first 2 days. 5 in the bag with a penalty. 5 in the bag with a penalty. 21-5. Can you go 20 pounds so it doesn't hurt? Maybe getting the check line. He goes, yes. I got to get down to the Outpost and get me some of that good dinner. I got some good dinners down here, but that Outpost, here we go. 14 pounds even today. 35-5. Let's see some of those fish right there. You earned it, my friend. We got a little bit of time. Folks, for Brandon Perkins, 2 beauties right there. All right, Brandon Perkins. Come over here, 35-5 and all that stuff. We'll see how things shake out, but you're here in your home state, and we will, if you want to sit in that hot seat, it's all yours, or if you got to get home, it's up to you. But let's talk about the sponsors.
So I had a fun week. Love being in Tennessee. I've said that every single day. Love fishing in the home state. I'm on the whole other side out west, but this is the first time I've ever been to Douglas. It's a pretty cool fishery. I caught a ton of fish. I fished offshore the first 2 days. Caught a bunch of smallmouth. I mean babies. And today I just went shallow, swam a jig around, threw a Cinco around, and I caught a pile of fish. My hands are tore up, and I think I had 14-4. I had one expire. I tongue hooked it, and it died quick like. But huge shout out to y'all for coming out. Crowd's awesome today, and then the wife and girls at home, and then my mom and dad and all the support. Appreciate it, and I'm headed home.
All right, brother. We will see you in Oklahoma. Take care. 52. How about a Jackson Hill Parks and Marina Pro from Jasper, Texas? How about it for Chad Marler? All right, my man, look at that. High wire, 22-3 on the first 2 days. Another 5 fish for the Texas Pro Guide Service down there on Sam Rayburn. You got to check them out, folks. 9-2 for a 3-day total of 31-5. This is still a great weekend for the Marler family because your beautiful daughter graduated high school.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I had 2 come on button today that would have no doubtably helped, and you can't just not execute on a lake like this with this amount of talent. It's going to happen, but today was my day. But yeah, like you said, Al, I'm ready to get back home, enjoy the graduation time with my daughter and see my family. Hey, I want to say thanks to all my sponsors. If anybody's on Sam Rayburn, hit me up. I'll take you out in the lake. Thanks to everybody coming out here. I wish the camera could see the crowd out here. The NPFL is growing, and I'm proud to be a part of this.
Thank you, Chad. Class act, and congratulations to the family on the graduation of your daughter. Next, 62. NPFL Pro from Dallas, Georgia. How about it for our good friend, Mr. Will Fletcher? Will Fletcher, Justice Brothers. I'll give you Justice. Come on. 21-9. 5 in the bag. 20 pounds would be Justice. That'd be Justice, wouldn't it? All right, settle down, Sally. Running that Bass Cat 10-3, 3-day total of 31-12. 31-12 points. That's what we're looking at right now, points.
Yeah, they're the expensive points, but they're points, and we've got 3 more to go. So better than the last event. Not as good as the first.
That's hard for me to compute right now. I'm buzzed.
Well, I can tell you what, there's a lot of stuff floating. So if anybody's going boating this afternoon and you're going that way, just be careful out there. It's more today than there has been since we've been here. So.
Absolutely. They're doing a phenomenal job here, but just keep your heads up, folks. Take it easy. You don't have to run that fast.
No, you don't. And, we like to go as fast as the boats will go, but it only takes a little bit of common sense to slow down a little bit and weave your way through, and you make it down there and make it back. So.
35 miles an hour, you can see everything on this lake. Good to see you, Will Fletcher.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, brother. Next to the stage. Remember, it is the lakeside of the Smokies, I've been told. The lakeside of the Smokies, right? All right, there we go. 61, how about this? Fisherman Central Pro from Richfield, Ohio. How about it for Dan Blackert? Lakeside of the Smokies, folks. Come get it here at Douglas. Cherokee's not that way, are they? They're not lakeside of the Smokies, but they're still over here, right? But just Douglas. Okay, I got you. That's from the fine folks over at Jefferson County, Tennessee. Dandridge, Tennessee, Douglas Lake, Dan Blackard, 21-10, 5 in the bag. What'd you do today for us, sir? Did you go to work?
I caught a lot of fish.
Caught a lot of fish, which seems to everybody's hands like this. A weight of, hold on just a second, 10-10, 10-10, 32-4, 32-4.
Yeah. I tell you what, this lake is phenomenal. I mean, you can catch a lot of fish here. The big ones are elusive. They're in here. I've seen them. Sure. Seen them in practice. But big shout out to Fisherman Central. If you guys looking for tackle, check out fishermancentral.com, one of the largest tackle stores in the world. Thanks, Dave Wakeham, my sponsor.
Absolutely. Dan Blackard, safe travels back to Ohio. Next, 68, Grady's Auto Service Pro from Clayton, North Carolina. How about it for Richard Cooper? Once again, folks, if you're just joining us here at the Dandridge Boat Ramp or online right there, $100,000 to our grand champion. That fine 32-pound shield right there is what every angler wants here at the NPFL. 6 opportunities each season, and that silver shield for the championship and the gold shield for our progressive angler of the year. And those points race are getting tight. Richard Cooper had 20-15 on the first 2 days, got 5 in the bag today. Right there, Richard, is showdown Saturday, and then the total is the big one, 11-9, 32-8, 32-8. We'll see how it shakes out, but I think it's going to be a little bit short.
Yeah, it's going to be about a pound short, I think. A
lost a few today, but I've made up my mind I was going to fish the way I wanted to, and I flipped all day, putting it in the middle of the bushes. There's no shortage of bushes out there. But when you do that, you're going to lose some. But the main thing I want to talk about is those blue shirts. That's for Chad Poteet, and I think they might still have some, but to help support that, he was diagnosed with ALS, and he was my roommate last year, so it means a lot.
100%. 100% Richard Cooper, we will support. He is a member of the family just like all of our anglers. We're going to pause for a second. We have a Ford Expedition. What color? Silver. Ford Expedition. Silver over there. I need you to move it. We're getting bottled up there. They need that trailer. Ford Expedition. I need you to move it real quick and back it up. Thank you. Boat number 70, Eagle Claw Trocar Pro from St. Augustine, Florida. How about it for Matt Massey? Silver Ford Explorer. Please move it. Thank you. We appreciate y'all. Expedition, excuse me. Expedition. That's a bigger than an Explorer, Matt Massey. Yeah, you need an Eagle Claw Trocar hook in order to bring in an Expedition. Maybe a 5-aught or a 6-aught. I don't know. What do you think? 12-aught. Look at this. Look at this, folks. How about it? There's the boom right there for Matt Massey. He catches big fish. It's a big one. It's real big. That's a big old greenhead, he said right there. All right, Matt Massey, go figure. He caught a quality fish at a fishery. 20 pounds and 13 ounces on the first 2 days. 5 in the bag today. We're going to go with a weight right here of 12 pounds and 3 ounces. A 3-day total of 33 pounds. You might open to the cash register. I don't know.
I think I'm going to be about a pound short on that, but, I figured stuff out a little too late. But I had a lot of fun. My fingers are cut and bloody. There's a lot of fish in this lake. I just failed to find enough quality. So I look forward to coming back here in the future.
All right, safe travels to Florida, and we'll see you in Oklahoma. He wants to go big bass weight? All right, absolutely. Big bass. I'm looking for 5'3". 5'3". Up on the scale there. 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5 right there. All right, Matt, we will see you down in Oklahoma. Safe travels to Florida, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. What's our next boat? Hold up just a second for me. 69. There we go. Eagle Ridge Pro from Cottondale, Alabama. How about it for Mike Como? More fans showing up here. We appreciate that. A great crowd here. If you're just arriving, anything under the First Form Outdoors, those beef sticks, any of those drinks, any of those protein bars, grab yourself one. We got a nice overcast today, so the sun's not too bad. Mike Como with 20 pounds and 13 ounces in that Bass Cat the first 2 days. He put another 5 in that Bass Cat live well. And let's see if he's going to get in that hot seat at 14.9. 9 pounds and 1 ounce, a 3-day total of 29 pounds, 14 ounces, 29.14.
Not what I wanted, but I had a lot of fun. This is a great lake. I mean, there's a lot of fish. If you want to come catch a lot of fish, I had a limit this morning, I think 7 or 8 casts. I pulled up on the first point, and there was shad spawning. I picked up a white spinnerbait and caught one every cast. Yeah, this place it's got a lot of fish. It's just really hard to find a 3-pounder.
So after you get that limit there, you kind of, shoulders rest a little bit. Then you're going out and trying to find the quality, and that's where it kind of just turns to what the heck is going on.
So that's what I did all day today. Rather than try to, I just went searching for big fish, and I culled twice, but I just did everything that I thought I could do to catch a really big one. It just didn't work out. But, man, what an awesome fishery.
All right, safe travel south, and we'll see you over in Oklahoma in a few weeks. Next to the stage, position number 66, the Great Outdoors Pro from Lincolnton, North Carolina. How about it for Jason Wilson? Jason Wilson got some screamers out there for you, man. Sounds like Maverick. All right, here we go. Jason Wilson, 21-2 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. A weight of 10 pounds and 14 ounces. Go ahead and grab a couple of them fish. 32 pounds even. These folks want to see some of them fish. We got a little bit of time, and we'll talk a little bit. Put your hands together, folks, for Jason Wilson right there. Two beauties, the North Carolina Pro, stop number 3 of the NPFL here at Douglas Lake. All right, my friend. Probably going to be a little bit short on the cash side, but we got some progressive AOY points. We just got to reload for Oklahoma.
Yeah, I actually had an opportunity. I just lost a really big one. I saw it under a dock, and I said, I don't think that's a bass. And then I was like, yes, it's a bass. And I make the perfect cast. He hits it and comes up and jumps, comes off. Definitely the biggest fish I've hung since I've been here, but that's just fishing. It's hard. I can tell you, I said some very choice words. I'm sure everybody in that whole cove probably heard me, but man, I've caught so many fish. I caught 8 fish off 6 docks in a row. And, I mean, I'd go flip a while, and I'd catch some flipping, and then I'd go back to the docks. And, I mean, I did everything I know to do, and it just wasn't meant to be.
All right, my man, we'll see you in Oklahoma. Safe travels eastbound and down. Next, position number 63, Deep Creek Lures Pro from Irwin, North Carolina. Put your hands together for Jesse Wise. And if you just arrived after the opening ceremonies, his lovely wife, Catherine Wise, gave us the live rendition of the national anthem. So give her one more round of applause for a great, great song. We always love it. She's owed us for a year. She's off the hook for another year. Ho, ho, easy there, fish. Stay in there. Anytime, like I said, I told Jesse, the microphone is yours anytime you show up at an event and you're willing to sing. Good to see you, sir. 21-7, first 2 days. 5 in the bag there. Right there's your score. There's your 3-day total. 12-4. 12-4 for a 3-day total of 33-11. Going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be super tight. You know, I tell you what, I changed everything up today. I went through some mud. I went just as far up as that Triton Mercury package was sending me today, and I got in so far back there I could hear boats running, couldn't see nobody. I wish I'd done that day 1 and day 2 because the fish was back there. You know, I just missed the 8 ball the first day I stayed on this end of the lake and probably caught, 40, 50 keepers a day. Figured I could catch a couple of them 3 3¼ pounders down here like I did in practice. I caught 2 in practice, but, a 3-pounder on this pond's gold. And it just went into the playbook. I want to thank, my Lord Jesus Savior for blessing me with a great week. My family's here, my wife and kids. My mother-in-law's over here. I got some friends right here come in from the Smoky Mountains. And I tell you, man, Lord blessed me this week. It was a phenomenal week. I'm ready to get to Oklahoma and get some revenge. Sit around and sweat it because I think I'm going to be right there around that 38th, 37th place. If it's the Lord's will, hey, he can make it happen. So.
All right, brother, we'll see you then. To Oklahoma, safe travels back to North Carolina. Next. Position number 53, Power Pole Pro from Dover, Florida. How about it for Daryl Davis? All right, Daryl. Come on up here. Hey, guys. Tell them they can tighten up as close as they want to get that room and get off that road. They can tighten up to 2 feet. All right, Daryl. Come on up here. 22-3 on the first 2 days. There we go. 5 in the bag today. Off to Billy Thomas. Absolutely. We'll show it. He's got a big – you want to show it or you want to weigh it? Smallmouth, he wants to show it. Okay, here we go. Billy, right here. There's your score right there for today. 12-8, 3-day total of 34-11. He wants to show one of them fish. Get that thing out of there. He said he's got a nice smallmouth here, folks. So check out Daryl Davis, the Florida Pro, courtesy of Power Pole, getting it done. There you go. Look at that small. That is a beauty right there. I tell you what, that's a big one for down here at this lake. All right, Daryl, good job. No big fish. He just wanted to show what a nice little smallmouth looks like. Go ahead.
Hey, I just want to say, if there's anybody out there following me or maybe one of my high school girlfriends or something that's got the curse on me, please take it off of me. I swear whatever I did, I'm sorry. Because I should have had a 20-pound bag today. I jumped off so many big fish. I had a nuclear meltdown, and I prayed to the Lord that he would let me catch another one, and he let me catch that smallmouth.
All right, there you go. A little bit of karma right there. Next time, get him in Oklahoma, my friend. We'll see you there. All right, Daryl Davis right there at 34-11. Next, AST Storage Pro from Grove, Oklahoma. That man right there coming up is Charlie Apperson. All right, Charlie. There we go. Thank you for those folks that moved those cars out of the way. I know it's kind of tied up here. We got some logistics. These guys coming out to the right and then exiting. They got to pull hard to the right, to the left. So we appreciate it. It's Talons Up, courtesy of Carson Newman. And this man right here is Charlie Apperson. He's a Boomer Sooner, I think, right? Or are you a Cowboy? Definitely. He's definitely a Boomer Sooner. Oklahoma and Norrell. 5 in the bag, 22-4 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. Going to go with a weight of 914, 32-2. Guess what? You don't have a far drive next time.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. You follow. Appreciate you.
All right, brother. We'll see you then. Charlie Apperson, folks, next. There we go. The coatings professional from Campobello, South Carolina. How about it for Stacy James? All right, there we go. All right, Stacy, how you doing, sir? Good to see you, brother. Off to Billy Thomas, our good-looking weighmaster. Courtney didn't find that humorous. 2011 on the first 2 days, 5 in the bag today. Your weight 12 pounds, a 3-day total of 32.11. What do you think about that, young lady? You like that? Wave to that camera right there.
You like that, Staley Ray?
There you go. There you go.
Had a pretty good day today. Got one of the right ones I needed this morning, and caught fish all day on top, so I had fun. Just never got the real big bite I needed, but hey, that's fishing.
Let's get ready for Oklahoma, brother. Stacy James right there.
I want to give a shout out to my nephew, Talon. He just graduated, and he came up and fished with me this week.
What's his name?
Talon. Talon Slater.
Talon Slater, congratulations on your graduation right there. You'll see it on the live stream. Thank you, Tasty. 67 right here, Ranger Lou Pro from Lexington, North Carolina. How about it for David Fritz? 20 pounds and 15 ounces on the 2-day total. 50 years sponsorship with Lou's with this man. That puts you, what, 53 years old? I wish, he says. 50 years, folks. You know that you're doing something right when a sponsor sticks with you for 50 years. He's a class act. He's a heck of a fisherman. He's been doing it a long time. 20 pounds and 15 ounces on the first 2 days. He's got 5 in the bag today. We told him, you come sign with us, you'll never have to carry a bag of water and fish ever again. How about this? 2015, 5 in the bag right here, David. Hold on just a second. 10-5, a 3-day total of 31-4.
Yeah, you know, I've had to fish on every day, and to do real good in this tournament. Actually, the first day I really blew it, but you know, it's been fun. I got to make those long casts with that Lou's. That's what they're famous for. You know, I'm a Ranger boat, 40 years with Ranger boat. So, you know, I've been around this neck of the woods a few times. So, but anyway, it's you know, Lou's and Ranger, Lawrence, Power Pole, you know, Precision Sonar, all them guys are just great. And it doesn't get any better than a Lou's rod and reel, I can tell you.
100%, my man. We'll see you in Oklahoma. Safe travels. All right, we're going to pause real quick. Pause just a second. Stay there for me. All right. Billy, you come up here with me. You come up here. They'll handle it right there. All right. Oh, all right. We're ready. 59. Where are we at on the list? Where's he at? You didn't find it? Hold on just a second for me. Where are we at on that list? I know I saw him. So there he is, AFCO Skeeter Pro from Cairo, Georgia. How about it for DC, Drew Cook? All right, Drew. All right, Drew, good to see you. Look at that wrap boat and truck there, kids. JB truck bodies, all that good stuff. Drew Cook, 21-12 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. You got 13-10 to take the lead and jump into that hot seat. We got a new leader, 14 pounds and 12 ounces, a 3-day total of 36 pounds and 8 ounces. Let's see some fish. Put your hands together, folks, for Drew Cook, stop number 3 of the NPFL here at Douglas Lake in Jefferson County, Tennessee. 36-8. Well, you at least get to sit in that fine leather. I mean, you got fine leather in that truck, but we got some fine leather over here. But another good event for you. Look, you broke the record most consecutive limits. You're going to add to that. It's been a long 3 or 4 weeks bouncing back between NPFL and the Elite Series. You're probably time to get home, kick the feet up, and spend some time with the family.
Oh, no doubt. My wife and boys at home miss y'all. I will see y'all in like 8 hours or however long it takes for me to get kicked off of this hot seat. But it was a decent week. I switched things up a little bit today and started where I ended and ended where I started, and it kind of worked out. But I got on a really cool deal. The shad spawn stuff, I was catching them on a weedless swim jig using a Dirty Jigs. It's actually a Signature Series punch skirt. Got them in shad colored and was actually punching it into the willow trees. And I was able to go behind a lot of people that were just throwing swim jigs on the edges and pitching, green pumpkinish baits and get some bites. It was a lot of fun today.
All right, my man, take the seat right there. We will get you some water. Give me a bottled water up here for Drew Cook, and we're going to next. 51 right there, NPFL Pro from Skiatook, Oklahoma. How about it for Mitchell Webb? So I see a Jesse Millsaps in there, too, with a Mitchell Webb. So are we doing a dual thing here, or are you just hanging out? You're going to weigh 10 fish just for your weight. Hold on. Let me call the tournament director. Are you out of your mind? You cannot try it. I was born at night, but not last night. Mitchell Webb, 22-3, 5 in the bag. He brought in Jesse. Jesse will come up afterward. Hold those in there for me, Jesse, till I announce you. Mitchell Webb right here, 10-11, a 3-day total of 32-14. We're coming to your home state.
Yeah, we are. We got a lot of water to fish right now.
That's what they say down there. So you safe travels back there. Anybody you want to thank real quick?
Just all my sponsors, Tulsa Tackle and Bill's Marine. They keep me going. I always tear stuff up, and they keep me fixed up for Eufaula. So.
All right, brother. We'll see you then. Thank you so much. Jesse, hold on just a second. You find him? I got to announce you, brother. 42 place, status renovations, remodeling pro from Jasper, Georgia. Come on up here, Mr. Jesse Millsaps. They called the tournament director. They were able to get those fish transferred over there. Hopefully the boat is all right.
It's tied up at a marina down there right now. I had to borrow some guy's dock. He's like, hey, you're in my place. I was like, I need it for about an hour or so.
9-6, 32-3, 32-3 for 3 days right there. All right, so he's got that. You're going to go get your boat. That makes it even more difficult to try to get out there and get it. But you got some points on the Progressive AOI side. That's what's most important.
Yeah, I mean, I got to thank John Branch. He's seen me in the middle of the lake. I was fishing a hump out in the middle, and I was taking my cowling off, and he stopped by and towed me to the bank at least. So I didn't have to burn my trolling motor. But last 4 hours, I fished around the bank and still caught some, just didn't call too much. But I want to thank my family for driving up. My wife, my mom, dad, my brother, they all come up today. So, yeah, we got to go get a boat now.
All right, brother. Good luck right there. Appreciate y'all coming out here and supporting Jesse. Next, 65 right there, Goatwood Farms Pro from Grand Isle, Vermont. How about it for Cole Harris? 1/5, 1/4, 1/3. He might be the D team. It's Cole Harris. Keep away from my Bluetooth. Mercy. Cole Harris, he hangs out with Seth Ellis and Josh Hooks and Jordan Osborne, and once in a while, Fishing Boat Docks makes an appearance. Once in a while. 21-3 on the first 2 days. 5 in the bag today. Right up here for me. We want to see Goatwoods right there. Right here is going to be Showdown 7-5, 28-8, 28-8. And that look just says it all.
Did I win?
You won a door prize. You see that towel right there from Jefferson County, Tennessee? We'll give you 2 instead of 1.
That's perfect.
They're great towels for cleaning up, my man.
Heck yeah, it is.
You have a good week, fun?
I had a great week. I had a lot of fun. My weight wasn't very big today, and, I still had a lot of fun. I just didn't get a big bite today. That's it. I want to say hi to everybody back home, everyone that supports me, and my girls back home are watching. Love you, and I'll see you tonight.
All right, brother Cole Harris. Safe travels home, man. We'll see you in Oklahoma. Next to the stage, position number 57, fully loaded, Alpha Pro from Lincolnton, North Carolina. How about a couple of classic champions behind this man's back? Mr. Hank Cherry. Get it while it's done. Had some shoulder surgery, folks, this year, so he's still trying to get back in the swing of things, and he's running bass tournaments left and right. He's not 100% healed, but he's getting closer. So to the rest of the field, that's watch out kind of stuff right there. Good to see you, sir. 22 pounds on the first 2 days, if you need to dry off right there. 5 in the bag today. Showdown Saturday score right here. 14 pounds, 6 ounces, a 3-day total of 36 pounds and 6 ounces. You're going to stay right there. Show us some fish, my friend, right there. Hank Cherry with a great day on Showdown Saturday here. Stop number 3 of the NPFL here at Douglas Lake in beautiful Jefferson County, Tennessee. Put your hands together, folks, right there. I told him he just had shoulder surgery, and I'm telling him to pull fish out there. And what a jerk I am. Good. I'll hold the fish if you want me to, man. I know it's a long day, but, hey, good comeback, man. Good points.
Yeah, I thought yesterday afternoon that I'd figured something out just way too late. My fish had just moved, but the shad had moved, and they just chased with them, and they kind of went off the main channel where I was targeting. They were on the little turns halfway back in the creeks, and when you found them, you could just catch them till they quit biting. Did all day long, and then I got the flipping stick out and went and fished some docks with a white jig later on in the day and coiled up and coiled up and coiled up. Just never really caught a big one.
All right, brother. We'll see you in Oklahoma. Safe travels home. Hank Cherry, folks. Next, 48. There we go. Horizon Track Marine Pro from Pickens, Oklahoma. We're going to be in his home state for the next one. How about it for Lance Crawford? Lance Crawford right here. Good to see you, sir. Right here. Showdown Saturday, total weight right there, sir. You might not be able to see it with your glasses. I don't know, but I'm going to tell you what it is. And that weight, come on, lock in for me. 10-14, 33-6. 33-6 right up here for me. You're going to have to wait and see. You might get some coin.
I doubt it. I've been snake bit the last couple of years. I just can't fish clean. Everybody loses them, but I had a 4-pounder. I only seen 2 4-pounders all week. And I had one on a frog there about 11 o'clock. I got him through all the stuff and went to get him, and he popped out. But I didn't fish very well after that all day. When you see a 4-pounder here, it's hard to. But anyway, I guess we'll get to the next one.
All right, brother. We'll see you in Oklahoma, man. Appreciate you. Next, position number 55, your 20 Progressive Angler of the Year champion, Safe Haven Pro from White Pine, Tennessee. How about it for Todd Gold? The Goadfather coming up here. He's raised the Progressive AOI Gold Shield. He wants to do it again. He's got been doing this for a while, but he's got a long way to go. He's using them pulse fishing jigs all day long, I'm sure. Punching, flipping, 22-2. 5 in the bag. Right here, Todd, 10-7, 3-day, a 32-9. 32-9.
I wound up. Well, I was going to I'll shake your hand, too. You got the right jersey on, too. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I really thought I had a deep thing going. I was flipping some trash piles. I shook off some good fish doing that in practice. And, man, I caught 30, 40 fish a day and just could not catch a big one. So it's pretty cool this morning. My buddy Ron over there that's filming, he got to see me catch my biggest one today on a swim jig, so in his cove. So that was awesome. But we'll regroup. It's just fishing, and we'll get after it the next time. I want to say a big shout out to my title sponsor, Safe Haven. Anybody out there watching, if you're in a commercial space that has up to 2 million square feet, they take care of everything nuisance wildlife. If you need exclusion work, if you got a bee problem, if you got a raccoon problem, you name it, they can do it. So if you have an issue, just message me and I'll get you in touch with those guys. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you, Todd. We appreciate it. Hey, Ron, I got a deal for you. Just go stand in every cove that he fishes, and maybe you can get them big fish at every tournament right there. Hey, what if you got a billy problem? They get rid of that stuff too at Safe Haven? Just kidding, kid. We're 56. How about Copper State Tackle Pro from Winter Spring, Florida? How about it for Joey Bloom? All right, JB. Joey Bloom, 22-1 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. That man right there, folks, is Drew Cook. He's been on a 4-week rampage of bass fishing, ready to get back. 7 weeks, excuse me. Joey Bloom right there, up here, 22-1 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag. I'm looking for 14-8 to take the lead. 11-10, 11-10, 33-11 for the 3 days. Going to be close, man, but you might cash that last check.
Man, even if I don't, dude, I had a great time this week fishing out here. Caught a ton of fish. I mean, today I probably caught like 30, 40 fish today. It was absolutely ridiculous, but lost a big one, but that's how it goes. Thank you, everybody, for having us come out here, and thank you for the NPFL and all my friends and family at home.
Appreciate it, Joey, right there. Joey helps out with the high school team as a captain. So all you folks here that are captains for the high school teams, we appreciate you. And those watching out there, Joey's one of them down there in Florida. Next. All right, position number 49, Bass Pro Shops Pro from Wagner, Oklahoma. He will not have to drive far to the next event. That man right there is Tommy Biffle. We're going to keep the rubber on that GMC. Tommy Biffle with 22-4 on the first 2 days. He's got 5 in the bag today. He's going to hand it off to Billy right there. You're going to see that Bass Pro Shops logo right there. Tommy Biffle's been doing it for a couple of years. 22-4. Right here is your today's score. This is your 3-day total. 12 pounds and 10 ounces, 12-10, 34-14. Bring me a couple of them fish out there, and let's show the folks what Tommy Biffle did on show down Saturday. Stop number 3 of the NPFL here in Dandridge, Tennessee. There's the boom right there for Tommy Biffle, folks. Some pretty fish out of Douglas Lake right there. That young man getting it done everywhere, all over the planet when it comes to fishing. All right, who'd you like to thank, sir?
I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Ranger, Bass Pro Shop, everybody that sponsored me for all the years. I've had about the same ones forever, so, big shout out to them, and thank people over here in Tennessee to having us here at Dandridge, and it's a beautiful place.
Absolutely. We'll see you in Oklahoma, my friend. Safe travels. Next, to the stage, Corey Casey, Guide Service Pro from Moncks Corner, South Carolina. Put your hands together, folks, for Corey Casey. Hey, did they get that fixed? No? Are we at least safe? Okay. All right, Corey Casey, come over here. He traveled west from his home pond there in South Carolina. He had 22-2 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag. Good to see you, sir. 5 in the bag, 22-2 plus. Can we get 14? No, 9 pounds, 31-2. 31-2 right there for the 3 days. Who'd you like to thank?
Oh, man, definitely the old lady at home, as always. Yeah, man, tough for me. But we'll relax tomorrow, get back to guiding on Santee on Monday. So if anybody wants to come to Santee Cooper and catch some big bass, let me know. But, man, it's nothing better than bringing the family to catch catfish there. I mean, we could catch 20, 30, 40 a day. So
you've had a couple people get their personal bests I've seen on your social media pages down there. So definitely return on investment with Corey Casey Guide Service.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. There's big ones there. You know, a lot of people come, and their biggest is 5 or 6 pounds, and we catch a 7 or 8 pounder. So there's a ton of them there, and it's fishing great, man. It's going to be the best lake in the country in just a couple of years, I can promise you.
We appreciate you, man. Safe travels back. Next to the stage, position number 46, Lures and Lead Pro from Athens, Georgia. How about it for Justin Kimmel? All right, Justin, 22-10 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. We're going to go right here, sir. And then 3-day total right there. 12 pounds even for a 3-day total of 34.10. 34.10 right up here. Hey, I think you're going to get a check, man. It's going to be close.
Yeah, I know it's going to be close with that. You know, doing math, the fish don't always go by math. I caught them better today. Felt like I caught them a lot better than I had been, but it's just ounces. This place is a fun place to have a tournament. I know some guys were complaining about the stage they were in and other things, but man, I had a lot of fun this week. Got to give a huge shout out to my wife for making the trip. She's been with me every tournament this year, and she's going to be at the rest of them, and it's a joy to have her up here. And got to give a shout out to the roommates. Just had a lot of fun. Todd Goad hosted us this week, and oh, Drew, you took the lead. Nice. I figured he did. He'll be there for a while. You need a drink or anything? All right, good. Yeah, I got to give a big shout out to Drew. He gave me a tip that definitely helped me call up a couple times there this afternoon. Man, you're tough to fish behind. But I also want to give a big shout out to Lures and Lead. We got a lot of awesome, cool stuff coming down the pipes. And, of course, Clutch Swim Baits for keeping me out here. So thanks.
All right, Justin, we appreciate it, my friend. Safe travels. Next to the stage, who is it? Position number 58, Queens Tackle Pro from Catawba, North Carolina. How about it for KJ Queen? All right, KJ. I'll take a drumstick, and he wants a ice cream sandwich. Hey, thanks, man. Hey, appreciate you. Good to see you, sir. How about 21-15 on the first 2 days? 5 in the bag today for him. KJ, right here. Showdown Saturday, total weight. 11-3, 33-2. 33-2 right up here for me. Gonna be close. Cross your fingers, man.
Yeah, probably not, though. There's some heavy hitters coming in, but, you know, it was a fun day today. Caught tons of fish. Probably caught 30 or 40 fish today. Just never could get a big one. Seen some big ones around. They just never would bite. They're just real finicky. But, you know, it's a fun day. This is a fun lake. Y'all keep it up and take care of it because it's got a lot of fish in it, and it's an awesome place to fish. Ain't no doubt about that. But we appreciate y'all coming out, and I want to say a special thanks to my mom and Nan for coming out.
Good-looking jerseys right there.
Oh, yeah, ain't no doubt about that. But I appreciate everything and all my sponsors. Over and out. I'll see y'all.
Thanks, KJ. Appreciate it right there. Thank you for coming up here, you folks. All right. Let me get a drink. Hold up for me for just a second. All right, folks. I don't know if I need to introduce him, but he pays me to introduce him. Where's he at right here? Position 41, Team Toyota Pro from Gunnersville, Alabama. How about it for G-Man, Gerald Swindle? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You got to keep going, brother. You let him in the driver's seat? I'll tell you what, that man has been known to run with Ricky Bobby and a cougar in that truck once in a while. All right, Gerald Swindle, 22-15 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag. I need 13-10. Right here, G. Right here, 13-10. 13-10 to take over the hot seat. 13 pounds, even a 3-day total of 35-15. Show us what you got, sir. Come on. Let's see some of them fish. Hold up for me. Drew Cook is safe. Put your hands together, folks, for G-Man right there, Gerald Swindle. Gerald, I'm going to hand you this microphone. You do your thing right there. I need to talk to somebody.
You go ahead, take you a break right there. How about the NPFL getting it done up here at Douglas, bringing the show? It was tight down here. They told us to be patient, but I give the folks of Tennessee, y'all survived Helena. You come out and survive this ramp. You can put on tournaments. It's pretty awesome to see what the lake did, how it rebounded. Good to see Skylar Hamilton up here working. Brad told us, he said, parking will be tough. Y'all be patient. We done it. I look forward to coming back. This lake's probably got more fish in it outside of Gunners than anywhere I've ever fished. So if we can have a couple more good years, I think Douglas will be back on the map looking for some 20-pound bags. But I'm telling you, I have jerked to both ribs are sore. I've thrown out L4 and L5 on the first 2 hook sets. I have broke rods. I have broke reels. I've jerked handles off reels, so it's a great place to fish. Caught every bass this morning swimming my Buckeye Gerald Swindle jig. If y'all want it, it's at Walmart because that's how I roll. I ain't bougie. You can go to Walmart. I shop at Walmart. I buy my draws at Walmart. Buy my dude wipes. By the way, I've been here and had 2 people come down off the bank and asked to borrow dude wipes. You know how precious them are when you've had some hot tamales for dinner? You better come off your pocketbook to get them dude wipes. What you wearing that Vol shirt for?
Hey, Vols. Go Vols. Can I get it? Hey.
I know one thing you can't do in Tennessee. When you hear somebody trying to crank a weed eater and the guy was up there pulling it and it was like, and he did it for about 3 or 4 minutes this morning. I'm fishing around him, and it finally fired that. And then he starts them long cuss words, and I said, I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it. Let me tell you something. If he could have got his hands on me, he would have choked me slam out. Needless to say, they ain't biting in them bushes, Big Al. I left.
Hey, all I need to know is no contact buzz, no preaching, and no fights behind barns today.
No, didn't see any of that. I went back. Secondhand smoke was good. I stayed hungry all last night. I dreamed about white elephants riding zebras. I don't know what them boys are smoking, but they need to get to rehab. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. That stuff was homegrown and strong because I was 300 yards away, and I was like, hey. Hope I don't do no drug tests. It's really good to see everybody come out. This is the end of a 3-week road trip for Lulu and I. These boys are tired. I said, hey, at 55, fishing 3 weeks back-to-back is crazy. So we did 3 weeks, had 4 days off, did 3 weeks again. I'm ready for a strong drink, if y'all know what I'm talking about. One of them big, tall, dark, and strong.
For Sue Bourbon up there and Bucksbrook, we will get you up there. G-Man right there. One more time, folks, for Gerald Swindle. Position number 40, 333 Fishing Pro from Fernandino Beach, Florida. How about it for Jason Menninger? All right, Jason. Hey, folks, we have got a couple of vehicles down at the bottom that are blocking. We've got a
We're off the clock to clock more fish, to fill our live wells and empty our coolers, because there's more to explore. The latest Humminbird fish finders work fast, see clearly, and know all the best spots. They fish even smarter paired with the Minn Kota and break down the water like never before. If you like your plans loose and lines tight, then it's time to explore. Only with Humminbird.
What's going on, guys? Noxit here with Bass Mooch Fishing, and today we have released the Shovel Tail 4.25. This is our new bladed jig trailer that has flat sides, shovel tail. And what those flat sides do is it allows your bladed jig to track and hunt. It's infused with our mooch juice scent. They stink, so if a bass bites, they hold on. They will not let go. We have 6 awesome colors to choose from. They're available today at bassmooch.com.
And a black Chevy truck down there at the bottom. You guys are blocking the way. So if you got a 4Runner down there, head down there so you don't get towed. You're blocking an entrance down there with the exit there on the bottom parking lot here at the ramp. So a 4Runner and a black Chevy truck. Check that out. Did I get that right, Skylar? Where's Skylar at? Is he here somewhere? Yeah, I think we're good there. All right, just take your time, Courtney. We got plenty of time. Jason Menninger will be coming up here shortly. Drew Cook is in. Tim, you're good? All right, absolutely. Absolutely, we're good. Sometimes you get gremlins, folks. You just got to stay calm. Look, good goodness. Courtney, thank you so much for putting. All right, that's fine. We've got internet. We've got it all. We've got the sun, the moon. We got a Jason Menninger here. He's got fish in the live well. He's got 5 fish in the live well, too. You got 14 pounds in there? 13 pounds. 12 pounds. Can I get 11 pounds? 10.50. Scales are great. Jason Menninger, come up here. 23 pounds even. 5 in the bag. That's Drew Cook. He's got the lead at 36.8. Some more points, some more coin. We'll see where it lasts. This is Jason Menninger up here, 23 plus. Right here, my friend. Good to see you. There is your Showdown Saturday weight. 11:15, 34:15. I think that's going to get you in the check line.
Well, fishing math it is, but today I don't know. It seems like they caught him a little better today. I figured 11.5 a day going into this, and I did that. The first 2, I never got a big bite today. The first 2 days, I lost a couple good ones that hurt me, but hopefully that's enough to get paid. I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I owe everything in my life to the Lord. I love my wife, and can't wait to see Jack. It was his birthday yesterday, 7th birthday. He's coming down to go fishing and crabbing.
Faith Family Fishing, Jack, happy birthday to you from the NPFL and all these great fans here in Dandridge, Tennessee. What's that? Yeah, but I don't see it here. There we go. Fisherman Central Pro from Morgantown, West Virginia. How about it for Timmy Reams? All right, Ken Duke says 3 pounds, 7 ounces to break the 1,000-pound mark, the first at the NPFL. Timmy Reams here, 23.3. He's got 5 in the bag. He needs 3.7 to break the lead. He needs 13.6 to take the lead. It's locked. 11-12, not going to take the lead, but put your hands together, grab a couple fish. The first angler in NPFL history to weigh over 1,000 pounds of fish. I could eat that in a week. Maybe, Fat Cat, I don't know. How about it? Put your hands together for the West Virginia pro, Timmy Reams. Stop number 3 of the NPFL here at Douglas Lake in Jefferson County, Tennessee. 1,000 pounds on top of the 10,000 that you've weighed before the NPFL. That's 11,000 pounds in your career.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool moment there. I got to thank my family, man. They 4 years, 5 years of this, and this is the first tournament that she hasn't been at. So my wife.
100%. They got a great crew. But, hey, you see that box out there, man? Every one of them is in their house. They're on the couch. They're in the parking lot. They're on the deck. They're watching you right now. Look, you can't get to all of them. This is graduation season, all that stuff, but they're still supporting you. We know the clan that the Reams have.
Absolutely. You know, we travel really well, and it's a lot of fun when they're here, and it's being fun when they're not here, but it makes it special when they're here. And this crowd's awesome. Thank you guys for coming. You guys have got a great lake. There's a ton of fish in it, and can't wait to come back.
Timmy Reams right there, 1,000 pounds worth of fish here at the NPFL. Position number 47, Dobbins Rods Pro from Anderson, South Carolina, Sean Alvarez. All right, Sean. 22-9 on the first 2 days. 5 in the bag today. Over to Billy Thomas. Good to see you, sir. Stand right there for me. You're going to look right here for Showdown Saturday. Total weight right there. It's locked. 8 pounds, 1 ounce, 3-day total of 30 pounds and 10 ounces. We got a reload for Oklahoma.
Yeah, this is the roughest day I've had since I have been here, including practice. But I got a funny story for you. Okay. In practice, I caught a fish. It had a black dot right on its forehead. I called it Dottie. I released it back. On day 1 of this tournament, I caught that fish again. Culled it, fortunately, because it was a smaller fish. Guess what I caught again today?
Dottie.
Dottie, and she took a ride with me today. So unfortunately, I lost enough fish that could replace every fish in that bag, but that's fishing. And without my sponsors, Dobbins Rods, Complete Custom Boats, Driven Physical Therapy, and most of all, my family, love you all. I wouldn't be able to do this, wouldn't even be able to have a bad day. So thank you all.
Sean, appreciate you, my friend. Safe travels. Next to the stage, position number 37, Skeeter Pro from Asheville, Alabama. How about it for Matt Herron? I got you. All right, Mr. Matt Herron, 23 pounds and 2 ounces on the first 2 days. He's got 5 in the bag today.
Struggle bus.
Matt, right here, sir. Showdown Saturday score total 11-13, 34-15, 34-15. It's going to be right there. Cross the fingers and wait till the end. See what happens as far as coin goes, but good AOI points.
You know, if you look at my boat, that Skeeter, it looked like I've been to a hog farm or something, and there's blood and fish guts and poop. And I mean, I've caught them. My hands are raw. This place it's a lot of fun to fish. It's just all week long. I mean, I never caught a 3-pounder. Yeah. And I mean, I caught 11 every day, and that's about as consistent as you get. The good Lord just didn't see no need for me to catch a 3-pounder this week. But that's the way it goes, and I get good points whether we're finishing the money or not. And, you know, I always enjoy fishing, meeting everybody. So we'll see y'all. Great crowd. And look forward to seeing all the folks that we're going to see in Oklahoma.
100% Matt Herron, staff. Safe travels back home. Next. There we go. Position number 39, Bass Cat Pro from Jay, Oklahoma. How about it for Daryl Robertson? All right, Daryl. Yeah, big old sack of bass. 23 even on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. Right up here for me, sir. Right out there for the camera. There's your lovely wife there. 5 in the bag, 23. Today's score weight is 10.6, a 3-day total of 33 pounds and 6 ounces. Short travel for the next event, but you got to get home first.
Yeah, I got to go all the way to the house now, and it'll be a while.
It'll be a while there, and then we're going to be right down there. Just talk to Charlie. You guys are right there in Oklahoma.
I'm try to get home by tomorrow afternoon so we can put some flowers out, and you know. Anyhow, this old lake down here is absolutely full of fish that they're long enough, they just ain't big enough around.
They're long enough, they're just not big enough around. You need them during the spawn, I guess.
Well, maybe, yeah, because I think a lot of fish that we was catching was just the male fish, you know, come off the beds, and they've been working themselves to death. But anyhow, I want to thank my wife. She goes with me, and she takes care. And I got a family at home that everyone has been working. They've been baling hay, building tanks, and they got enough money. I can go fishing again.
Well, you put in your hard work, and it's time for them to take it over for you. Daryl Robertson, folks, next to the stage. Position 44, Screaming Skull Swim Jigs Pro from Marion, Indiana. How about it for Tim Wilson? TW, what do you say? Look at that, you're getting a flyover. You're getting a big flyover right here. That crane right there is up in that tree all day long making noise. All right, Timmy Wilson in that Winnebago coming up here. 22-10 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. 13-15. 13-15. That looks like about 11 pounds. Right around there. Right up here for me, sir. Good to see. 13-15 is to go take that hot seat away from Drew Cook. 11-3. 11-3. 33-13. 33-13. Calculated could be close.
Well, I'll tell you what. That dead fish the first day. And then I fished clean today. I didn't lose any fish first day. And a 3-pounder yesterday and 3 and a 4 on the first day. And you just can't do that around here. This is a beautiful place. Look at this crowd. It's awesome. I tell you what, this place has more fish. I bet you I caught 20, 25 keepers every single day. But the big ones didn't happen.
Quality there. We'll see him down in Oklahoma. Tim Wilson right there. We appreciate you, sir. Next to the stage, position number 31, Express Boats Pro from Brookville, Indiana. It's Dollar Bill. Put your hands together for Bill Lowen. All right, Bill Lowen, good to see you, sir. He's having a great year all around. You know, fishing has its ups and downs. You got to keep your head. And sometimes as good as you can be, folks, you're going to struggle a little bit, but you just got to right yourself, and Bill has done that this year. And we are happy to have him over here and his family at the NPFL. Right here, my friend, is your Showdown Saturday score. Here's your 3-day total. We'll give you a score on 5 fish of, come on, lock in for me, 14 pounds and 2 ounces, a 3-day total of 37.11. Let's see some fish.
That's the lead, right?
37.11 is the lead right there. Let him shake your hand. I know you got to get running. Bill Lowen is going to take over the hot seat right there with those two beauties. Put your hands together for Dollar Bill. Bill Lowen taking over the hot seat. Real quick, and we'll sit you down there and get you something to drink. Take that hot seat. Talk about the sponsors you like to thank.
Oh, boy, I got to thank all of them, the guys at Express and Yamaha. Yamaha's been with me since day one. It was fun this week. Big arc flipping rod, 22-pound Tatsu Seagar, and my signature series flipping jig from Lure Parts Online with a Zoom Super Chunk on it. I've probably caught 40 fish a day. Just haven't been able to catch any good ones, and today I was fortunate enough to get a couple good bites. So, yeah, been a fun week. Can't complain. Appreciate everybody for coming. And, yeah, I'm just fishing the way I like to fish, fishing free, and it's working out. So we're just going to keep doing it.
Take over that hot seat. We'll get you something to drink. Next to the stage, position 26, Stealth Lithium Pro from Santa Maria, California. How about it for Luis Fernandez? All right, we'll start moving along here. We got a back up there, and the TWRA says, you can't be blocking them roads. Let's roll. I said, I got fast-talking Bass Warrior coming up right now. I said, we ain't going to have a problem with that. Hey, folks, we still got some of them great towels over there with Visit Jefferson County, Tennessee, and register for that dry bag by Gil, courtesy of the folks here. To 5 in a bag, 23-15 on the first 2 days. You couldn't do 24 even, could you? Frank's watching. Janet's watching. Flagstaff, Arizona. Luis Fernandez, 12-7, 36-6. You're going to get paid. AOI points. That's what you wanted. Who would you like to thank?
Man, I just had a good tournament. I love these grinder events, man. I was making a long run up the river. That Icon Mercury ran flawless this weekend. Let me tell you what, Spear Point Hooks came out with this hook called the Croaker Choker. Every frog blow up I had today, I caught. Never missed a frogfish on that hook. You guys need to check them out. Flipped every fish on the Fury flipping hook on that P-line Endurex braid. No more color in your braid, guys, with a marker. That P-line Endurex braid comes out flawless. No markers. And it was just a good week. Happy to turn the ship around and can't wait till you follow.
Thank you, Bass Warrior. Hey, folks, during the weigh-in on your phones, go to TNPFL, go to Shop Now. Dandridge 2025 code with a $sign will get you 20% off. Dandridge 2025 $sign to get that apparel at 20% off. Next to the stage, position number 38, AFCO Pro from Springville, Alabama. How about it for Wes Logan? to the back here through the hallway and turn those lights on. They sprung on the breaker. Turn those back lights on. All right, Wes Logan. 23-1. 5 in the bag. All right, here we go. Billy up on the scale, doing a fine job. Courtney inside there with Emmett, doing an excellent job. Settle down Sally's, not Sally. There's 5 Sallys in there. 12-10, 3-day total of 35-11. Good points, good payday. There you go.
Yeah, I hope we get paid. I don't know. They caught them pretty good, and about everybody behind me is going to have more than I did. So I don't know, but I got, like Bill said, I got the fish the way I like to. I ran Falcon Yamaha around and flipped a half-ounce arc jig that Randall Thorpe designed, and I don't know. I just never I ran into a big one. I lost a 3-pounder right before I came in. That would have helped tremendously, but it is what it is. But this is a really fun lake. I've never been here. You catch a bunch, and I don't know. But I'm ready to be home, see my wife, see my parents, see all my buddies, and see my cats, and that's where I'm headed.
All right, brother. We'll see you then right there. It's a lot of people to see. Next. All right, here we go. Position 33, Epic Baits Pro from Aiken, South Carolina. How about it for Jason Williamson? It's J-Will. All right, 23-8, 5 in the bag. J-Will, right there with the family. Look out there, wave to him. 5 in the bag, 14-4 to take the lead. 11-1, 3-day total of 34-9. 34-9 right there. Come on up here, man, real quick. You can thank some people, sponsors, and we'll get you home.
Yeah, man, what a fun lake. I love coming here. I caught a lot of fish the last 3 days. Running around, flipping an Epic Baits jig and, a 3/4 ounce weight in some of these bushes. Just catching 20 or 30 fish a day and never caught a big one. So that's the difference. But maybe we'll have enough to get paid. If not, it's a good event and look forward to coming back.
Jay, we'll see you there, man. Class act. All right, next to the stage. Yep. Position 43, Tate Companies Pro from Mount Airy, North Carolina. Put your hands together. Get loud for Mr. Chad Poteet. Hey. What's that? I'm coming up on. I know you are. Heck yeah, you're coming up on stage, buddy. Buddy, old pal. Yes, sir. Yeah. All right, Chad Poteet. This shirt's for you right here, and it says "Casting for a Cure," folks. And all of our staff are wearing this on behalf of you, man. We're going to find a cure for this ALS, and we're going to get you back out there stronger than ever. I got him right here. You take that bag right there. There you go, sir. Come on up here. Hey, these are phenomenal right here, and this is for you.
I appreciate everybody that bought one and helped support me.
Absolutely. 22 pounds. 5 in the bag, 14 pounds even for a 3-day total of 36 pounds and 11 ounces for Chad Poteet. Do me a favor. Come right over here. Yeah, man. We're going to grab a couple of these fish.
Yes, sir.
How about that? 14 pounds right there, 36-11. How about this, folks? Going to put him in second place unofficially right there. When he brings these fish out, extra, extra loud for this man. Put your hands together, folks, for Chad Poteet. Getting it done at stop number 3 of the NPFL at Douglas Lake. Come up here. Come up here. I get tired, and I know you're extra tired, but I'll tell you what, you motivate us. You motivate the folks watching out on the live stream, and you motivate the folks here at the ramp.
Man, I just thank the good Lord. I hurt so bad this morning, my hands wouldn't hardly work. And finally I got them to working, and the good Lord blessed me today with a sack full. I should have had that yesterday, huh?
That's all right. Let's talk about today.
Well, I can't get down there no more and lip them and that, and I had to just flip them up in a boat.
So you're saying the key to success to 14 pounds is have your hands not work in the morning and work in the afternoon?
Yes, sir. That was a blessing. But, hey, I'm going to thank y'all and thank everybody that supported me buying the shirt and helping me. Man, you don't know how much it means to me and my family. My son's out there
and there's a girlfriend, and my wife, she's finally got to come to one, but I hope she got her driving hands on, because we going to the All-American in Hot Springs, Arkansas in the morning.
All right, there we go. Chad Poteet, folks. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I love you.
Hey, help him down. All right. 25 position right there. All right. How about Discover Lake County, Florida, Leesburg, Florida? How about it for Tim Frederick? I appreciate the Poteet family coming out here. These great shirts. Casting for a cure. This man is just strong as an ox. And we are lucky to be blessed to have him in our presence, Mr. Chad Poteet and his entire family. We had a charity event that was canceled due to weather, but that money's going to a good cause, and by golly, we're going to find a cure for this man and everybody else that suffers from Lou Gehrig's disease. This is Tim Frederick. Good to see you, sir. 23 pounds and 15 ounces on days 1 and 2. 5 in the bag today. Does he go 13-13? No, 11 pounds, a 3-day total of 34-15. I think that'll get you a check.
I'm hoping so. I knew it'd be close, but, you know, these guys caught them. They figured them out on day 2 and 3, and I just was getting their scraps, but I was glad to have them. I want to thank my sponsor, Discover Lake County, Florida. If y'all are ever in Florida, go to the Harris Chain, explore Lake County, discover it. It's an awesome place, and I couldn't do it without them, so it means the world to me.
Appreciate you there, Tim. We'll see you in Oklahoma next. All right, there we go. Chaotic Custom Rods Pro from Hodges, South Carolina. How about it for Coon Dog, Jason Burrows? All right, Jason Burrows, 22-10 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. 5 in the bag today. Good to see you, sir. He went fishing today. He'll be back at work tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know. He said, no, you get Sunday off, all that stuff. Go to church. Get right with the Lord. 36-9, 13-15 right there. 36-9 is going to put you in third position right now unofficially. We got some more folks coming up there, but it's been a good finish for you.
Yeah, man, I told you yesterday when I had that 11-11, I'd have took my chances if you'd have give it to me again. But I just went out there and went fishing and got some key bites. I took off down the lake. I'd got one bite on a floating dock during practice. Had no idea if there was fish around it or nothing. And the guy went right in front of me. I don't have a clue who he is, but he pulls in there and starts fishing it. And I thought, man, had to be some fish on it. He started on it. He's been in front of me all week, but after that, I started on a bush and caught a 330, so I'm glad he was there. I hope he caught him too, but I pulled in and caught one that I definitely needed.
All right, brother, we will see you in Oklahoma. Jason Burrows, folks, next. Position 30, Specialized Welding and Fabrication Pro from Denver, North Carolina. How about for Scott Hamrick? That right there, folks, is Express Boats Pro from Indiana, Mr. Bill Lowen. He's going to have another great finish here, and we'll see what these top 10 go. This is Scott Hamrick, though. He's got 23-10 on the first 2 days. Scotty, Showdown Saturday weight there, 5 in the bag with a weight of 11-12, 35-6. 35-6 going to get paid. Who'd you like to thank?
Well, Specialized Welding, got to thank them. That's my main man. Angler's Choice, Proline Baits, Shooter Lures, Mercury, Triton. My buddy Russell Nicewinder, I've been leaving him out. Nicewinder Electric, Kaiser Outdoors, Limit Out, and Belfour. And then there's probably 100 more. K9 Line, that's the local company. So. But anyway, I try to thank everybody, but I probably missed somebody. But if I did, I'll get you next time.
All right, there we go, Scotty. We'll see you in Oklahoma, brother. Safe travels. Next. Boat number, position number 34, Rusty Hooks Bait and Tackle Pro from Lincolnton, North Carolina. How about it for Shane Lineberger? I'll tell you what, if you're looking for gutters, folks, how about 3D gutters? We're not talking about 2D or 1D. We're talking about 3D gutters. That cost him $7 right there. Yeah. That's a good stretch right there, brother. I don't like you guys coming off that. 23-6, 5 in the bag. Put them gutters up on that down bed. Those gutters look like largemouth. 12-3, 12-3, 35-9, 35-9, payday, and some points on the Progressive AOY side.
Man, I tell you what, you talking about sweating it today. I got on my little shad spawn deal this morning, and I rode 10.5 pounds around from about 7 o'clock to about 2:40 this afternoon. And, man, I got down on my knees and prayed. I did everything I knew to do. And the good Lord blessed me. I flipped in a bush and catch 3.5, and I was like, thank you, God.
All right, my man. We will see you in Oklahoma. Good finish here at stop number 3. Next, we got position 14, Boat Logics Pro from Chickamauga, Georgia. How about it for Buddy Gross? All right, buddy. How you doing, sir? He had 26-11 on the first 2 days. He's got 5 in the bag. I need 11-1 to take a lead. Bill Owen says, whoop. He says, come on, buddy. All right, here we go. 11-1 to take the lead. 9-7, 36-2. 36-2, you knew what you're talking about. Hey, it's some points. It's some cash. You head back, get ready for Oklahoma or your next elite event.
Yeah, this has been a busy month. We made 3 checks this month, though, so that's a good thing. But it's just, the lake's great. First time I've ever fished this thing this time of year. I'm enjoying it. I mean, I just wish I'd have stayed on the bank. I think I could have done a little better. But the fish out deep, cooperated the first day, but not the rest of the week.
That's Buddy Gross fishing right there, brother. We'll see you in Oklahoma. Safe travels right there. Buddy Gross, folks, one more time. Position 27, Williamson Auto Center Pro from Aiken, South Carolina. How about it for Dustin Williamson? All right, DW. Have them pull that truck all the way up onto his prop. Huh? Okay. You guys just stay there. Wave to that camera. Oh, they're coming through second time, brother. 2 for the price of 1. 2 for the price of 1. I like it. I'm liking the pigtails, too. Old school look. 23-14 for Dustin Williamson on the first 2 days. 5 in the bag today. Showdown Saturday with a weight of, you got 13-14? No, he says. 10-9, 34-7. Right up here, brother. Real quick, who'd you like to thank? Filet of fish and McDonald's?
Yeah, no, it's good to have my family here supporting us and everything like that. But today was the best day of size-wise I've had as far as eating it, but I didn't land a single one of them. So it was frustrating, but we'll move on to the next one.
All right, brother, we'll see you there. Safe travels back home, and we'll see you in Oklahoma. Position 28, Quality Manufacturing Pro from Huffman, Texas. How about it for Jason Reyes? JR, good to see you, buddy. All right, Jason, come on up here. Jason Reyes, 23-13, 5 in the bag today. Let's get that out there on the camera so they can see them sponsors, that fabric and that jersey. They want to be spotted up there. 5 in the bag today, 23-13 plus 9-7 for 33-4. 33-4, who'd you like to thank?
I just want to thank my family for keeping everything moving while I'm out here chasing this fun sport. But good lake, a lot of fun, a lot of fish. Hopefully we'll come back.
All right, brother, good to see you. Next to the stage, 29, position 29, the Fenwick Rods Pro from Florence, Alabama. How about it for Justin Adkins? A past FLW Cup champion right down there in McFarland Park, Pickwick Lake, 23-11 on the first 2 days. He's got 5 in the bag right here, Justin. Score for today, total for the 3 days. 12-10, 36-5, 36-5 right up here. That is the cash register opening and some good AOY points on the progressive side.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a tough one the first tournament, so having a good one this week will kind of even things back out. It was an awesome day. I really only had one mishap where I lost one. other than that, everything just went right. I flipped way back in the woods and hooked a 3-pounder, and it got all hung up, and I was trying to figure out how to get to it, and it just came out and came all the way to the boat and came in. And I went by a deep tree today, and the best part was on the windy side, and I didn't realize it had a little fluffy patch, so I dropped in it, and it didn't bite, so I reeled up, and the fish chased it up. And when it chased it up, it just floated, and I pitched 7 feet back to it, and it ate it, and I let it go down out of sight and caught it. So when you're doing that kind of stuff, it's just going right. So it was a good day. Felt good to just catch some, so maybe we can get a check out of the deal and get ready for the next one.
All right, brother. Safe travels back to Alabama, and we will see you in Oklahoma. Justin Atkins, 32, ANA Alliance North America Pro from Woodruff, South Carolina. How about it for Derek Letnan? On the down low. There's the boom right there. Check out that smallie. My goodness. Oh, that's all right. Here we go. That is a good-looking smallie out of here. Man, that is a giant. Holy cow, 23.8, 5 in the bag. That is a good-looking smallie right there. 5 in the bag, Showdown Saturday weight of 12 pounds even. 35.8 is going to put you sliding in there in that top 10 right there. ANA Alliance. Yeah, go ahead, weigh that smallmouth. Go ahead. No bag. Consistency right here. That big bass is going to weigh 4.8. 4.8. Is that smallmouth? That's the smallmouth, folks. There's the boom right there. 4.8 on that smallmouth out of Douglas Lake. How about that, folks? All right, brother. We'll see you in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'll enjoy it. I love Oklahoma.
Absolutely, 100%. Next. 12, where you at? You find him yet? All right, well, find it for me. Come on, brother. Help me out. Where are we at? There we go, right there. T-Mark Pro from Greenwood, South Carolina. How about it for Brandon Cobb? All right, Brandon, 26-15 on the first 2 days. 5 in the bag today. You staying right there, sir. Score, that's going to be today. Lock in for me. 15 pounds, 6 ounces, 42.5. New leader, Brandon Cobb. Stop number 3 of the NPFL here at Douglas Lake in Jefferson County, Tennessee. Get loud, folks. There's the boom, your new leader at 42 pounds and 5 ounces. Shake that man's hand real quick, Brandon, and we'll talk for a few moments. And you'll take a seat in that hot seat right there. Dollar bill right there in BC. All right, brother. Somebody broke the 40-pound mark, and it's Brandon Cobb. A good day today on a stingy lake. Quality, it's hard to find. You get the quantity, but you found the quality at 15.6.
Yeah, so yesterday, I don't know what happened. I've been catching 30 to 40 a day, and yesterday did the same thing, but ended up with 11 pounds. Today was kind of the same way and had basically all 3-pounders. Never got a big bite today, but caught a ton of 3-pounders and caught a bunch of 2.5. So can't ask for anything more. I was flipping a Zoom Z-crawl around and swimming a greenfish tackle jig. So it was kind of what I like to do. Got to do the shad spawn in the morning, then flipping later. If I could pick 2 things to do, that's what it would be. And it was fun week. Regardless of what happens, I love being out there.
100%. Good job coming back today. Take a seat right there. We'll get you something to drink. Can we get a water up here or a first form drink? Next is position 35, Camus Boats and Food City Pro from Johnson City, Tennessee. How about it for Derek Snavely? off. I think he did this on purpose. He's got one of them AMPs in his pocket. He just pressed that button and shot that breaker box. Derek Stavely right there. Is that your son, sir? What's his name? Brett right there. Brett, hey, do me a favor. Wave to that camera right to your right side. Yeah, I don't pay no attention to you, Al. There you go. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. Take your time right there. We'll get through this. Somebody make a phone call down at the ramp and tell them not to call us here. We've had some problems with the power. Does that sound good? She does a wonderful job, folks. Courtney right here. Don't get any credit, but they're back there, her and Emmett, and making sure that we're running this thing properly. Talons up is what we're going to do, Carson Newman style. All right, Derek Snavely, you and Brent, come on up here with those fish. You hand me that bag and you grab your son. I'll hand these to Billy. We got a decent bag here today, folks. 23-4, 5 in the bag. It's not 19.2, but it's going to be a pretty good 14-pound bag probably. Nope, 11 pounds and 4 ounces. Not even close, Al. 34.8, 34.8. But you got a short drive home. You're here with the kids. Get some good points. We'll see if this lays out as a coin.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. It was a tough week, sort of. I mean, caught a lot of fish. Historically, this time of year, fish are really deep at Douglas, and I put all my eggs in that basket, and it just didn't work out. But there's a lot of fish shallow, and I'm just glad I got my little boy with me. You know, I got to thank Food City and Camus Boats and Watson's Marine and all my family and friends that support me. Couldn't do it without them. But it's been a fun week.
All right, my man. We'll see you in Oklahoma. Enjoy the ride up to the Tri-Cities next. 20th place, Phoenix Boats Pro from Gonzales, Louisiana. He brought home the shield in the 100K at our last event at Lake Norman. How about it for Hack Attack? Greg Hackney. Brandon Cobb said he's turning this weigh-in off. And then Greg took out his BB gun and shot my progressive arch. Then we got it loaded up again after we threw a breaker. 25-1 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. All right, here we go. 25 pounds and 1 ounce plus a showdown Saturday. 12 pounds and 5 ounces. 3-day total of 37.6. 37.6. No, it don't matter. I go wherever you guys are. So here's the deal. You can't win them all.
No, you can't, but you definitely want to. But, yeah, probably if I had it to do over again, I'd practice a little different. But I got sucked into that bush deal. It is so fun. You get so many bites. Yeah. I get somewhere 30 or 40 bites flipping every day. And I started off on the shad spawn. But the majority of my weight has come off the shad spawn, if that makes sense. 100%. A lot more numbers in the bushes, but if I catch a 3-pounder every day, it seems to be around that. But that didn't last very long this morning. It was good for just a little while, and then the sun came out. And it's crazy because you can go back to one of those areas where it's so much life in the morning, and it's dead the rest of it. It's like the fish just vanish. I don't know where they go, but it's pretty cool that. And the cool thing is all those trash mats, that was where that shad spawn was really going on. You could pull up on the right patch of trash, and I mean, it's just raining shad. And I had a smallmouth, and I caught him out of one of those trash mats this morning in the shad spawn. So it's a fun place to fish with a lot of fish.
Real quick before you go, talking with look, the kids that are watching, the kids that are here and all that stuff, you talk about that, whether it's the shad bite there or it's going in there in the trash mats and getting into that lumber and all that stuff. You go out there, get that limit quick, and then try to go for that big fish, or you just kind of get sucked in sometimes where I know I can find a big one in there.
I try to stay on that shad deal as long as I could every morning. Every morning I think this morning it was like 7:45 before I caught a limit. This morning it took the longest, but I had a decent smallmouth and a decent largemouth out of it. So I stayed with it as long as possible, and then after that I just pretty much flipped after that. Bushes and pockets, I fish main lake bushes. You can literally get a bite now, and it does seem to be a bush or a willow tree. Like there's a lot of other stuff in the water, but just as far as getting bites, if you pull up and there's a green buck bush and a willow tree, those seem to be where most of the bites. A lot of these fish are still spawning. Sure. If you get back in the backs of a creek right now, there'll be a fish on every willow tree on the bed, but they're males, right. Like just no females. And I think I got locked into that deal thinking if I went long enough, I would catch one of those females, and I just never was in the right area of the lake.
All right, head west to Louisiana and then head west in about 3 weeks to Oklahoma. Greg Hackney right there next. 23, One God, One Nation, One Flag from Barlow, Oklahoma. How about it for Harmon Davis? All right, Harmon, 24-6 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. Courtney, you're doing well inside there. Emmett, good to see you, buddy. Keep everybody in line. Good to see you, Harmon. Right up here, sir. Showdown Saturday score right there. Total right there. 10-11, 3-day total of 35-1. Who'd you like to thank?
I would like to thank all the veterans. Man, Memorial Day. I was adopted when I was 3 days old by a World War II veteran. He was
really cool.
Yes, and he's gone now, but my mom's 91 and still kicking and going. So, but thank all the veterans, and I want to thank you guys. Y'all, one job I would not have is tournament director.
Sean.
I've done this for a long time, and man, it's a hard job, but y'all do a great job, and thank y'all.
Appreciate you. Our staff is the best in the business. Thank you there, Harmon. Next to the stage, position 19, Falcon Rods Pro from Dry Creek, Oklahoma, past champ here in 2025 of the NPFL. How about it for Jason Christie? Brandon Cobb is getting comfortable in that seat, and he says, you know what, I can stay here for another 45 minutes. You can close shop up, and I'll take that trophy. Jason Christie's got 25-5. He's got 5 in the bag. He going to come up here. You right there, Jason, you're good. This is your score for today. This is your 3-day total right there, sir. Showdown Saturday weight of 12-9, 3-day total of 37-14. 37-14. Who'd you like to thank?
Everybody, you know, my family most of all for holding down the fort. I've been gone for a couple of months, from mowing to weed eating to cleaning out the pool. You know, yesterday I said I hadn't had any big bites, and this lake owed me 3. Well, it gave me 2 today. I caught one, and I lost one. Man, I had one slide all the way down the gunnel and back in the lake. But, you know, this lake reminds me a lot of where we live, or where I live on 10 Killer. It sets up the same way. I just never really got on a big fish deal this week. So, but good tournament. I'm ready to go home. I hope there's no highway patrols on the way.
He'll be doing 65, folks, and we're going to stay in Oklahoma, too, so you're going to have a short drive to the next event.
I might do 165.
Run that Toyota right there, Jason Christie. We appreciate it. Next, 22. Yeah, all right, Ranger Pro from Lake Wiley, South Carolina. How about it for Todd Otten? What do you say, TA? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, Todd Otten, how you doing there, sir? 24-9 on the first 2 days, got 5 in the bag today. The Visit Jefferson County, Tennessee tent wants a big weight out of you. 13-2, that's not bad right there for the folks there. 37-11 points and some money.
Yeah, I needed some points. Last 2 tournaments hadn't been real good to me, but, you know, this is a real good lake. It's not got a whole lot of big fish right now, but I can see this lake in about 4 years having a whole bunch of big fish in it again, like it used to years ago. But, you know, it's fishing real good. You can go out and catch a lot of numbers on a chatterbait, you know, with the Z-crawl on the back of it, and, you know, catch 20, 25 fish a day. You know, pockets or a main lake, they're everywhere, it seems like. But, you know, just didn't get the big bites. In the boat today, I had a couple good bites, and it seemed like, you know, you wait all week to get it, and then you get it, and then it comes off in the air to the boat. So, you know, that's fishing, and I was happy with 13-something today. Give me some good points, and might get a check. Who knows?
All right, Todd, we'll see you there. Safe travels home. We'll see you in Oklahoma. Next, position 24, Diaz Scrap Metal Pro from Judsonia, Arkansas. How about it for Hunter Bogman? And Kyle Morey finally showed up to drive Hunter up to the state. Hey, day 3, he finally drives you up here? I mean, why are we paying him? Well, what's going on here? You know what? He was doing double duty. He was checking in boats. our main man Dan at a graduation, so we miss him, and he'll be back here shortly. So Kyle took that over. Dan did graduate. Dan graduated last year, a grandson this week. So it's that time of year. 24 pounds on the first of 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. There we go. Come on over here for me, Hunter, the beautiful family right there. 9 pounds, 11 ounces, 33.11, 33.11.
Well, I dropped the ball today. I've had a really good week. Just didn't happen today. I'm going to end up probably 2 or 3 spots short of a check. But thanks to all my sponsors, thanks to my wife and girls for hanging out with me regardless if we catch them or not. And as always, God is good, and we'll see y'all in Oklahoma.
100%. That's just up the border from Judsonia, Arkansas. You're gonna be westbound and up, not eastbound and down. That's right. All right, y'all be good. Yep. Thanks, Hunter. Thanks, Andrea. All right, here we go. Position number 13, Crosstown Ventures Pro from Lampe, Missouri. It's James Worldwide Watson. Biscuit. What are you doing, Biscuit? I know, absolutely. I did. Hey, do some hand gestures to Biscuit. She never barks. All right, Worldwide Watson coming in here with a good event. 26-15 on the first 2 days. He's got 5 in the bag today. He said, watch this, folks. He's going to do the triple Lindy right there. All right. No, it's more than that, man. Almost. 10 pounds, 12 ounces, a 3-day total of 37.11. Going to put you in a 3-way tie with Bill Owen and Todd Auten. We'll have to figure that out. But a good event for you.
Well, it's not my first 3-way tie. Tie.
This is Saturday. It's okay, folks. 3-way tie. 3-way tie.
Hey, this lake showed out. If you want to come catch a lot of bass, this is a place to come when it's in the bushes. When it's not in the bushes, it's not that good, in my opinion.
Well, you like to flip the boat docks, you like to flip in and all that stuff, so you get inside there, you can pull them out.
Yeah, that's right. This lake's super healthy with all the debris and stuff. Pretty treacherous driving around. I'm going to have to check my boat out. I don't know how much crap I hit, but I hit a lot of stuff. But
it will float today, but a little bit cleaned up really good.
Yeah, my main sponsor, Rob and Stacy Likens, Crosstown Ventures, he let me borrow his boat. It's never been this dirty since he's owned it. He's going to have a damn conniption when he sees how dirty this boat is. I'm going to take pictures of it all nasty and dirty and tell him I'm not touching it until I turn it back over to him.
There you have James Worldwide Watson in a 3-way tie for third place. Next, position number 17, Skeeter Yamaha Pro from Granbury, Texas. How about it for Cody Bird? Good to see you, sir. That Yamaha treat you right? All right, brother. Once again, thank you to this great crowd coming out here, sticking around. We've got our top 10 coming up here. In no time, we'll find out who is going to take home. Absolutely, you can hold that up there. Joey Bloom and Gary Bean. All right, here we go. 5 in the bag. This is Cody Bird, 25-13 plus 12-4. 3-day total of 38-1. He wants to show that fish. He pulls that fish out there, folks. Get loud for him. Been a while since we've seen a couple fish. How about that, folks? There's the boom right there for Cody Bird. A nice one out of Douglas Lake. Stop number 3 of the NPFL here in Jefferson County, Tennessee. All right, Cody. That's a good fish right there. Wherever you want. You want to dance? All right, there we go. All right, here we go. On this side. That's a 2-step Tennessee style. Good week for you.
Yeah, it was a good week. I kind of struggled today. It don't look like it, but my shad spawn went away this morning, and I run up to the area. I've been catching them flipping. And about a 50-yard stretch, I probably caught 20 off of it this week.
Makes it fun.
Yeah, it does make it fun, but it was a little nerve-wracking day. I had to stay in there and stick to my guns, and it worked out good.
All right, my man. Anybody you'd like to thank as far as sponsors go?
Yeah, NPFL, I'm so glad they have this tour. Give us another option to fish, and ready to get home and see my wife and thank the good Lord.
Safe travels right there. Cody Bird, folks, next. 21, NPFL Pro from Maiden, North Carolina. How about it for David Williams? Bergen, what's going on, brother? It's a nice 4-pounder on that Lawrence unit that you now own. All right. He owns everything. Come up here, big boy. Come on up here. There you go. You stand right there. Pops will come up here. 24-10. 24-10. 5 in the bag here. We'll get rolling through here. We're getting backed up. TWRA says I got to keep that road unblocked, so we're going to run through this. 5 in the bag, 24-10. David Williams and Bergen right here. If you saw that video, folks, this man pulled in a 4-pounder, used that trolling motor, skipped it around the dock, pulled it up, and we're going to go with a showdown 12-12, 37-6. Going to get paid.
Yeah, it's a pretty good day. I caught a lot of fish. Just went through a lot of the same size fish, just culling ounces at a time. It's a fun place to fish. A lot of trash floating around today. You know, it looks bad out there, and it's hard to ride around in, but it has some good things, too. It kind of slows down on the barefoot skiers a little bit. But you don't have to deal with quite as many of those. But, yeah, it's going to make a heck of a bonfire when they burn all that stuff. I know that. But I really enjoy coming to East Tennessee. It's a great place to fish. Looking forward to coming back.
All right, brother. We'll see you there. Appreciate you. Bergen, good to see you, brother. Next to the stage. All right, here you go, 4-time champ. Position number 16, Rapala Pro from Utahville, South Carolina. How about it for Patrick Walters? All right, PW. Hey, you hand me the fish, and then I'll take the bag, give it to Billy if you want to put the kid inside the basket for extra weight. I think Brandon Cobb will be against that, but it's up to you. All right, Patrick Walters. Here is who's taking all that. Hey, watch your head right there. 26-3, 5 in the bag. 26-3, 5 in the bag. Lock in for me. Okay, it's locked. We're good. Hold on. 13-1, 39-4. Good points, good AOI points, and good money right there for the Huggy Fund.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It was a good week. You know, after one day of practice, we'll take it. Found some fish this week, caught a bunch of fish, had a good time. I love Douglas Lake. You know, it was different conditions this week. We had high water. I mean, it was high. But all in all, good week. Say something, Shep. Oh, but
you know what that is? He just dropped the mic.
Exactly. It's like we're out. So can't thank my family enough. Everybody back at home, Falcon, Bass Boats, Yamaha Outboards, everybody makes this possible. It's been a long 3 weeks on the road. Packing it up. Head to the house. Big shout out to Todd Goad this week for his hospitality. Can't thank him enough. He's cooked for us, took care of our house, and all in all, can't complain.
All right, brother. We'll see you back there in South Carolina off to Oklahoma next. All right, here we go. Position number 15, RWC Builders Pro from Green Pond, South Carolina. How about it for Skeeter Crosby? We got some towels left, folks. If you just showed up, get them fish. Jefferson County right there from the Jefferson County, Tennessee tent, and get registered for that gill dry bag that they are going to give away here today. Skeeter Crosby, 26-7 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. 11-14, a 3-day total of 38-5. Who'd you like to thank, brother?
Like to thank
for 2.5 days of fishing, by the way, folks.
Yeah, 2.5 days. Definitely would like to have that other half a day, but it is what it is. Got to do what we got to do for our family. First and foremost, I want to thank my family, of course. Also, I'd like to thank the NPFL and Brad Fuller for giving guys like me the opportunity to come out here and go against some of these guys from the elites that are people that we've watched for years fishing. It just goes to show you guys, you know, I'm just an everyday guy. I go to work. I got to go to work Monday morning. It just goes to show you we can compete with these guys. Just keep your head down, put your confidence bait in your hand, just like I did the whole week. Nothing but a dirty jig, swim jig, and a gambler popping frog. And, dude, I've been catching 30, 40 fish a day. So.
Go with what you know. Skeeter Crosby right there. We appreciate you, brother. Congratulations on there we go. K&S Outdoors from Greene, Alabama. How about for Kyle Glasgow? All right, Kyle. 25-12 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag. All right, Kyle. 25-12, 5 in the bag. He's been here longer than I thought. 25-12, 5 in the bag, and we'll scoot. Lock it in there, 11-10, 37-6. Who'd you like to thank?
I want to thank my wife. Hey, last time I was on stage, I thanked her for her support over the last couple of years, and we've been married 28, so I got in real trouble for that. So
Susan could give it to you?
Yeah, see, now she's I want to thank my sponsors, Phoenix. I'm running that new 721. Go check it out. It's the most affordable, best running boat on the market right now. Mercury, Berkeley, Abu, K&S. State Line Marine, if you're in the market for a boat, check them guys out.
All right, brother. We'll see you there. Safe travels home. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Position number 11, 10's only tackle pro from Lindale, Texas. How about it for Nick Brown? All right, Nick. Big shout out to Easton and Ainsley right there running those fish for us. We appreciate that. All right. You can stop right now, everyone. 27-5, 5 in the bag right here. Brandon Cobb is in the hot seat. This is Nick Brown. He has won an event in Lake of the Ozarks right there, 27-5. Give me, if you got 10 pounds or if you got 9 pounds or more, you're getting paid. Good AOI points on the progressive side. It's going to be over that. 14 pounds and 7 ounces, a 3-day total of 41 pounds and 12 ounces. Show us what you got. Put your hands together, folks, for Nick Brown right there. There's the boom right there. Stop number 3 of the NPFL here in Jefferson County, Tennessee at Douglas Lake. All right. Come on up here, man. That's a heck of a day to finish. It'll be an easier ride back to Texas than you're going to go north to Oklahoma in about 4 weeks.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to you to follow. It's only about 2.5 hours from my house, so hopefully the water comes down, cleans up a little bit. I got critters. I got bugs. I got a dirty boat. I got all kinds of stuff. You notice alligators in this lake everywhere.
Is there?
Yeah. You got to dodge them when you're running up the lake about 65 miles an hour.
The wood alligators.
The wood alligators.
Sponsors you like to thank?
I'd like to thank everybody. Bass Cat, Kiss Our Rods, Fish Obsessed, the guys at Sonar Pros, 10's Only, which is myself, everybody at home that helps out, my wife, the kids, all the guys that work for me. Everybody gives me a big hand when I'm doing this. It makes it real easy.
All right, brother. We'll see you in Oklahoma. Safe travels. All right, folks, it's time for the top 10. And here we go in 10th position on my list. Phantom Outdoors Pro from Blue Ridge, Georgia. Put your hands together for Baron Adams. 27 pounds, 6 ounces. Came in today in 10th position. There's the boom right there for Baron Adams. A nice one to start off that bag. He's got 5 in the bag, folks. He needs 14, 16, which is really 15 pounds to take over the hot seat. Baron Adams, Georgia Pro. 5 in the bag, 27-6. I need 15 even. 15 pounds and 12 ounces. Shake that man's hand. New leader right there, Baron Adams, the Georgia Pro. Show some of them fish off real quick, and we'll get you in that hot seat. Put your hands together, folks, for Baron Adams right there. 2 beauties, a nice smallmouth right there in that right hand. All right, my friend, 14-15. Going in there at 43-2. 43-2 right now. You got the lead right there. Regardless of how this thing shakes out, who'd you like to thank?
Oh, I just got to thank my family at home, first of all. My dad and stepmom showed up, and brother. But big shout out to my wife. She stays at home with our 2 little kids and never complains. If I told her I wasn't fishing, she'd probably get mad at me. So she's just
keeper.
She's just as competitive as me, and Man, today was fun.
All right, brothers, take that seat right over there, and we will get up to the next angler. Where are we at there? Right here. Tri-County Marine Pro coming in at 9th position from Harriman, Tennessee. How about it for Tavin Napier? All right, brother. 27-7. Does that sound right? All right. You want a little bit more? You got to bring it on that box. We need 5. We need 5. 27-7. Got 5 in the bag. I need 15-12 to take the lead. 15-12 to take the lead. She's locked in. 11-14, 3-day total
We're
right
off
here.
the clock
39.5.
to clock
Come
more
right over here
fish,
for me.
to fill
Good
our
tournament,
live
brother.
wells and
Good
empty our
tournament, my man.
coolers.
Points.
Because there's more
Gonna
to
get some
explore.
fuel money and be good to go.
Yeah, pretty much. Solid day today. Ran back down both days. Got a good kicker bite. Anchored my bag both days. Fished my butt off for it today. Just didn't happen.
Yeah, you know what? Timing, it's kind of everything that comes in here, especially when you're fishing. You get on these wolf packs, you're trying to get the quality fish out there, everything like that. You're making progress as this goes. When you move up to this professional league, you've got a lot of big anglers in there that do this, a lot of our guys at work and all that stuff, but you're moving in the right direction. It's only a matter of time before that shield's in your hand.
Yeah, that's the whole goal.
All right, my man. Safe travels back home, and we will see you in Oklahoma, brother. Appreciate you. Next to the stage. Okay, there we go. All right, Pissy Fun Pro from Mugawongo, Wisconsin. How about it for Caleb Kufal? All right, Caleb, 27-7, 5 in the bag. I need 15-12 to take the lead. 13 pounds and 10 ounces, a 3-day total of 41 pounds and 1 ounce can put you in 4th position. Unofficially, we've got to see what happens there, but great tournament, points, and some dollars.
Yeah, it was fun this week. Had a blast. Catching, I probably caught 40 fish, today again. I've never been to Douglas before. This is my first time here ever. I had no idea this place was such a fish factory. There's a ton of fish in here. Not a whole lot of big ones, but, it is what it is.
All right, my friend. Anybody as far as sponsors you'd like to thank before you leave?
Yeah, just everybody. PC Fun, St. Croix Rods, Vicious Line, Do It Molds. All my sponsors that keep me going.
All right, brother. We'll see you there. Caleb Kufal right there, folks. Next to the stage, position number 7 coming in today. All right, folks, a little bit more noise. Get out your kazoos. Visit Jefferson County, Tennessee Pro from Blaine, Tennessee. I walked the campus. I might have been in his office last night. How about it for Hunter Sales? Come on, folks, get loud. Get loud, get loud, get loud. 27-10 on the first 2 days. Got 5 in the bag today. 5 in the bag today. I need 15-9 to take the lead. It's locked in. 13-1, a good day, 40 pounds, 11 ounces. Show us what you got. Get loud, folks, for your hometown boy and the coach of Talons Up, Carson Newman, Hunter Sales. Stop number 3 of the NPFL here at Douglas Lake. Stay right there, my friend. Come up here, sir. All right, look, I know how bad you wanted to lift that and all that stuff. The money's one thing, but have that. But here's the deal. I can guarantee we're going to be coming back to this place. So you're going to have more opportunities. Sometimes you put a little bit of pressure on yourself, but in the scheme of things, pretty darn good tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. It was definitely a blessed week, man. And it's so cool for me to see all my family and friends, mom and dad both here, half the fishing teams out here, my great sponsors with Visit Jefferson County. You see the Bass Cat tent. Honestly, just a really blessed week, man. To be able to go out here, get the Smoky Mountains in the background, get a real 50 or 60 a day in on a big plug. I mean, you can't complain about that. I think the shallow bite was definitely kind of the dominant deal this week. But, man, I like to fish offshore, so I stuck out there and grinded it out this week. And I know my shoulder's tired of winding that plug, so maybe I can get some sleep tonight.
Hey, before you go, I don't want to talk fishing. I want to talk a cool story. I met a couple of parents last night at the distillery. Scott and Angie, their son, is it Evan, I believe, that's on the fishing team? He's a sophomore?
Yep. Yeah.
So they were there. They kind of told me the story. They bought some land down here. They're moving from Florida up here. But it's always really great to meet not only the locals, but to kind of share the stories. Moss back up there with Jeremy and the distillery, great food and all that stuff. But listening to their parents, knowing that their son is in good hands with a guy that has character and is a great coach. This is all great, man, but you molding the future, I know that you take more pride in that, and that's why we have you over here as part of the family with the NPFL.
Yeah, anybody that knows me knows that my heart is with these guys. They were fishing on Lake Hartwell the last couple of days, and I hated to miss that weigh in. I love fishing out here, and so definitely had to fish. But, man, my heart's with the team, an opportunity to mentor a few guys and help them figure out what's next in their life and their career. That's what wakes me up in the morning. That's what gets me going every day. I feel like that's the reason God has given me the platform and lets me come out here and fish competitively, is just to have a platform to be able to reach them. It's definitely a blessing to do that.
Well, it's a beautiful campus. I walked around there for about 30 minutes. We appreciate you, Hunter Sales.
Yep. Thank you, guys, to everybody that came out this week.
Hunter Sales, folks, the local hero right there. Next, we've got position number 6. Where are we at on my board right here? Where's he at? Where's number 6 at, Billy? Billy, did you show me 6? Right now, see, you didn't circle it right there. How about this? Berkeley Pro from DeBerry, Florida. I don't know. That man right there is John Cox. What do you say, Berkeley boy? Right there. You ready to go? You got some fish in there? Fish that we can weigh, not fish fry. I don't care what Carson says down there in Florida, taking care of his kids. 28 pounds in the bag. Got 5 in the bucket today. All right, John Cox, right there, the score part. Probably won't see it with your polarized, but then we're going to go right there for 3-day total. 12 pounds, 3 ounces, a 3-day total of 40 pounds and 3 ounces. You come right around here, young lady. You stand wherever you want. Hey, good week. Got the family in town. Always a plus.
Oh, yeah, I had a blast here. This place, we're definitely going to vacation here. The fishing's great. Got a lot of bites. Got to fish shallow the whole time. Man, and this week it was all the max scent, man. I just flipped the max scent, stank bug, and crud crawl around and all day. And it was a blast. 50-pound X5 braid, and, man, I had that Vexus so far back in the trees. It was a special week. It really reminded me a long time ago, what made me fall in love with fishing. So really enjoyed the week, and, yeah, we'll get ready and head to the next one.
I'll tell you what, some of the names they come up with these lures, man, the stank bug. There you have it right there. John Cox, folks, the Florida Pro. Put your hands together. All right, top 5 coming up here, folks. In 5th position, where are we at, Billy? Billy, I can't find number 5. Where are we at there? Where are we at on number 5? Do you see him anywhere? Where's he at? How come we can't find him, Billy? Wait for me just 1 second. I got to find him on my list here. There he is right there. Ionic Batteries Pro from Sophia, North Carolina. How about it for Brad Staley? Brad Staley, I saw him catch a fish. He put it about 20 feet under the dock. 28-8, 5 in the bag. I need 14-11 to take the lead. It's locked in. 13 pounds and 3 ounces, a 3-day total of 41-11. Show some fish. Show some fish off. You earned it right there. I'll tell you what, folks, before we got done breaking down, he came over to that dock, no off limits, threw it under that dock about 15 to 20 feet and hauled out about a 3-pounder right in front of us. I know he got one that jumped off later in the day, but Brad Staley right there, the Ionic Batteries Pro, getting it done. All right, my friend. All right, getting closer, knocking on the door. A little fun around that dock out there by the rail.
Yeah, man, I could have burnt like a gallon of fuel all week. All my fish came from underneath that dock. 14 of the 15 weigh-in fish I had was underneath that dock. So a lot of fun. Caught some on a buzz bait, caught some on a little swim bait, and man, you slide that thing under there, and all of a sudden they blow up on it, and it's just war. Yeah.
All right, brother. We will see you in Oklahoma. Safe travels. Great tournament. All right, position number 4 right there. Rio Springs Ranch Pro from Nacogdoches, Texas. How about it for Lundell Martin Jr.? The top 4, folks, and this man right here, he just sat down there. He took in the scenery. He talked about it. What did you say? What'd your wife call you? Something? Said you're thick? And that you were looking for thick fish today on the live stream. Hey, folks, put your hands together. Luke Duncan and Fat Cat and Mike Otten and Fullcom Media, all the live stream on Thursday and Friday. They're right over here working overtime. Put your hands together for those guys, giving you the play-by-play and a little bit of humor to liven up your Saturday here with the NPFL. This is Lendell Martin Jr., 28-14. He's got 5 in the bag. I'm looking for 14-5, 11-6, 11-6. Close. You needed to get one of them thick ones, real thick ones.
I just couldn't catch one that was thick, you know. I just couldn't do it.
You need to catch one like me.
Well, yeah, and like me too. I tell you what, this is a great fishery. I caught probably 20 bass today, and I don't know how many of them was 2, 2-1, 2-2, and it was just, you know, I got to where it was really, I'm having fun, don't get me wrong, but it's frustrating, and you fight them out of that stuff. And I was fishing most of the better ones I caught were in this floating stuff that's in the back of the pockets and stuff. And that's where all of the big ones I caught the first day, I caught them out of that. But what happened to a lot of my best stuff is the water come up and it floated off. It was out in the middle of the lake, I guess. I was running around it. But I never even, I caught a limit out of that one little area, but it wasn't very big, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, great tournament. We're going to head over to Oklahoma, a little closer to the homestead, so you're just going to head north for the next one.
I'm ready for a close one, and Oklahoma's going to be, hopefully the rain's still coming, but it's real high, but it might be my kind of deal. I might like it.
There you go. If it likes it by Lendell, that's all that matters right there. Lendell Martin Jr. with 40 pounds and 4 ounces. Here come your top 3. Billy, where's number 3 at? Right there? Oh, there we go. Thank you, sir. FX Custom Rods Pro from Beckley, West Virginia. That man right there's got the big bass of the tournament at 5'2". How about it for Tim Kales? All right, TC. Here's the deal. 31-9, folks. 31-9 over 2 days. He's got 5 in the bag. Unfortunately, we got 2 penalties. 2 penalties. 5 in the bag. 31-9. I need 11-10 to take the lead. 11-10 to take the lead with those penalties. It's going to go 10-14. 10-14 for 42-7 over 3 days with that penalty. 10-14.
Well,
it happens. It happens. Look, this is a heck of an event any way you look at it. A matter of time and all that stuff. I know a lot of people out there pulling, but, you know, you run into things. This sport is about as fickle as it gets.
It is, for sure. It's been a great time, though. I love it. I love it down here in Tennessee. Douglas Lake's probably one of my favorite lakes. It's just, I mean, it's not fishing as good as it once did, but it's just a blast to come down here and fish. And it's only 3.5 hours from the house, so, you know, it's been a really blessed week for me to just do what I did because I didn't think I would do that, you know, in practice. I figured I'd have 13 a day, you know, whatever, but God was looking out for me.
All right, brother. Safe travels back home, and we will see you in Oklahoma. Faith, do we have any more of them towels left? Faith is working hard over there. Get registered for that Gill dry bag, folks, and we'll take care of it. We got 2 left. 2 left in second place. He's the 2025 Progressive Angler of the Year winner. Icon Boats Pro from Opelika, Alabama. How about it for Kyle Welcher? Hold up. Where are we going? Let's back her up. Let's back her up a little bit. There we go. Keep coming for me. About 4 feet. Keep coming. Kyle, you're going to hand me that bag, and then you keep coming back. All right, Kyle. Right there is good. All right, give me that. You take the child right there. Kyle Welcher, 31-9. He's got 5 in the bag. I need 11-10. 11-10. You ready? 11-10. 11-10 to take the lead. 11-10 to take the lead. 31-9. It's locked. 16 pounds and 10 ounces. Shake that man's hand. Your new leader. Kyle Welcher, stop number 3 of the NPFL here at Douglas Lake in Jefferson County, Tennessee. There's the boom in his left hand. I mean, his right hand. All right. Oh, come on up here, man. Come up here. All right, man. 16 pounds. Doing that beating and flipping and backing them logs and ripping them out in between gaps. And it's moving this way and moving that way. But this is who?
This is Lincoln.
Lincoln. Good to see you, Lincoln. Daddy has done it again. We got one more angler, but 16-10, 48-3 coming into this event. Did you think it was going to take that kind of weight to win this thing?
You know, I really didn't. I figured somewhere in the 14 to 15 pounds a day range would probably win. You know, the first day, if I would have knew how much it was going to take to win, I would have fished a little bit different on the first day, because when I got to 15 pounds the first day, I kind of went and ran a lot of new water. And I wish I'd have just kind of hunkered down that day. But we kind of, you know, figured out our area a little bit better and caught them good the last 2 days. But, man, it was fun. Absolutely blast. Like, we caught every single fish, all 15 flipping 7'6" heavy, chaotic custom rods, 25-pound line, and a Crush City Bronco bug. And that is the most fun way to fish that there possibly is. So it's going to be a good week no matter what.
All right, here's the deal. You're going to go sit down, but I'm going to make one comment there. Said beforehand, we're either going to play Texas Hold'em with the top 10 or we'll go fishing. He said Texas Hold'em. Are you kind of glad you went fishing?
I'll take a Texas Hold'em over these guys.
There you go. He knows this competition. Take it right there, Lincoln, all that stuff. We got one more. What we'll do, you can be short-lived. I'm going to have you stand up, but I'm going to introduce our next angler. So, this individual started off day 1 with the lead. Day 2 had the lead. We'll see if he can go wire to wire. Skeeter Yamaha Pro from Odenville, Alabama. Put your hands together for Scott Canterbury. Scott, do me a favor. He goes in there real quick. Real quick. Before he brings those fish out, folks, I want to give him a chance here because we don't know how this thing's going to fold out. Regardless of what you saw in the live stream or Fishing Chaos, give Scott a chance to talk about his sponsors, the week, family, and all that kind of stuff. So go ahead.
Man, I'm ready to weigh them, but it's been a great week. It's been an awesome week up here. I mean, the fishing's been great. I fished the exact way I love to fish, and was able to catch a lot of fish every day. This lake is awesome. It's healthy fishery. Got real fortunate, got a good boat number the first day, and I picked a great spot to start. That actually carried on and helped me, if whatever I got helps me do, and I'm telling you, it's just been an honor. I mean, I ran that Skeeter Yamaha all the way up and down this river and lake everywhere. I've been on the road 6 out of the last 7 weeks. I've fished every day almost, and my Impulse lithium batteries never let you down. Chaotic rods. I caught a big one today on a signature series from Kyle Welcher that's with Chaotic. He helped design all those rods. They're awesome. Yamaha's Flawless, Livingston Lures, Epic Tungsten. Fish Life Fish Care. I tongue hooked one really bad the first day, and their first aid product is the best there's ever been on the market. And I put it on it, and it stopped the bleeding. And he still laid up on his side a little while later. I put some more in there, and I put some Fish Life Fish Care live well treatment in. Wow. And by the end of the day, you couldn't even tell which one it was. I mean, all my sponsors couldn't do it without them.
Okay, so here's the deal. Kyle, you come right over here. I want you to stand right there. Okay, you go get, Scott, you go get your fish right now. You're going to hand them off to Billy here. Billy, drain that water out there. So here's the deal, folks. 31-9 coming into Showdown Saturday. We're clear there. Weigh the big fish. There's the boom right there. Scott, do me a favor. Hand that big fish to Billy first. We'll weigh that and see where we're at. Big fish first. Right there, this big fish, folks, is going to weigh in 31-9. He's got 5 in the bag. We're going to go big fish first. It's locked in there at 414. Go grab that bag there. Keep that fish right there. You're going to pull it out when he brings that bag over there. So go ahead and pull that out right there. There we go. All right, he's got 5 total, folks. That 414 is the start of it. 31-9. Put that in the bag there. Grab that bag. Tighten it up. Scott, you stand right here. Stand right here for me. You need 16-11. 16-11 to take the lead. It's going to pop right here. 3-day total. 19 pounds even. Your winner, wire to wire. Grab those fish right there. Scott Canterbury, your winner. stop number 3 of the NPFL here at Douglas Lake in Jefferson County, Tennessee. Put your hands together, folks, right there for Scott Canterbury. There's the boom, your winner. Stop number 3, smiling ear to ear and wire to wire. And I just been told by a little birdie that if you won this tournament, we're not going to make... What's he going to do? You going to sing Rocky Top as a big Alabama fan?
I told him we'd sing my version of it.
Okay, so, whoa. Is that true? Hey, Luke, is that true? All right, so before we do this, Billy, I want you to grab that shield. I want you to take that shield. I want you to stand right there, raise it up. Everybody get loud. Stop number 3. Hold on to it. It's heavy, but you can do it. Pull it up there. Put your hands together right there, folks, for Scott Canterbury right there. 50 pounds and 9 ounces. Stop number 3 of the NPFL here at Douglas Lake. All right, grab that check right there quick, Billy. Brad will take that, our president, put that on your boat. One more time, Scott. I want you to raise that check. I want everybody to get loud one more time for some content right here. Put your hands together, folks, for Scott Canterbury, the Alabama pro who loves to sing Rocky Top. All right, my friend.
There's a lot of things I'll do for $100,000. And singing Rocky Top is right there of where you might not want to do it, but I'll do it for $100,000.
Do it for $100,000. All right, here we go. Let me talk to you real quick. Let's put this over here. Somebody take this check for me real quick. All right, Scott, come on over here. Let's talk for these folks out there on the live stream. I mean, look at all these people that showed up here at Dandridge Boat Ramp. I mean, look, wins are few and far between in this sport, man. I mean, look, it's a grind. You look at a lot of guys that have a lot of great careers. They're top 20s, top 25s. They win Anglers Year, but they never raise that trophy. You get one of these, man. I mean, you've worked hard for it.
You do. They don't come around often. Man.
That's right, folks. See, I mean, that's the pain, the sweat, the tears. That's the 3 o'clock in the morning. That's leaving the family. That's what you talk about.
These last couple of years have been rough, but makes it all worth it.
What you got over there?
No, I don't have. Well, I got some friends here that drove up today. Family had to go home. Okay. My mom and dad, that she had her dog. She had to get home to him. That's her new baby, so she had to get home to him. But my family's actually, my wife and Dixie are driving home from Disney World of all places. So I needed some money for sure to pay for that trip.
Hey, that's half a down payment on Sky Mountain right there.
That's about half of it for sure. But man, it's just been an awesome week. I got to fish the way I love to fish, and it all worked out.
Well, I'll tell you what, listen, well earned. You're a class act. We've watched your career over the years, fishing with the elites, fishing all over the place. We're happy to have you over here as part of the family. You're taking home that 32-pound shield right there. It's going to be a nice little addition to the trophy room, and you got about half of the bill for Disney World for that family.
That's exactly right, man. That's awesome. It's been a great 3 tournaments over here already. Can't wait to finish the season. I mean, it's actually people that love fishing, and they love us being here, and can't wait to finish this season and many more.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Before everybody goes, I'm going to go down there. I'm going to give you a little bit of help with iTunes right there. I'm going to hand you this microphone. But one more time, folks, put your hands together. Stop number 3 champion, $100,000 richer, Scott Canterbury, an Alabama Roll Tide fan, but he's going to get down. Here you go. I'm gonna play the music.
Come on, Luke. You got to lead it.
I'll get going.
Because I hate Rocky Top.
Listen, hold on.
If he says he hates Rocky Top, what's going to happen to him before he gets out of this parking lot? We're going to take the shield. You're going to have flat tires. We got to sing the correct version. It's good old Rocky Top. Are y'all going to help Scott Canterbury sing? They're ready. When Big Al's going to get it queued up here.
Right here, hold on.
No. We got Ohio State fans? No.
No dancing, none of those dancing like you had means going.
Yeah, he I don't know if y'all saw on social media. Ready? Y'all ready? Come on, Big Al. Right here. Well, wait till it comes right here.
You'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top.
Rocky Top
Tennessee. I got to meet Peyton Manning's offensive coordinator this week. Stayed at Rex Huff's house all week over on Cherokee. It's been an awesome week up here. A lot of good people up here, man. I love it.
Congrats, buddy. Good stuff.
All right. Hey folks, before we close this thing out, Scott Canterbury, the champ right here. Everybody, we appreciate the hospitality here in Jefferson County. He's going to get his Alabama hat on. We're going to take a picture down here and all that stuff. Everybody, be safe getting home. God bless America. Love you, Mom and Dad. Good night.
That's the right kind. Whoo! Took a while. That's a big one. That's the biggest one I've hooked yet. Boom! Oh my gosh. Boom! That's the biggest one I've hooked yet, baby. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yes. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Kyle Welcher, Signature Series Rod. Thank you, 5H Matt Heron Flipping Jig from Dirty Jigs Tackle. Thank you, Lord. Holy cow. That's a game changer. That's the one I've been looking for all week.